All right. I think I am now live. I'm a little early. It looks like YouTube didn't really take into account daylight savings, or perhaps the lack of. But yep, now is the time. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this is a collection of little things here. A small portable LCD television. It's got composite and RF inputs, and a serial terminal kit that was sent to me by Techokami in one of the MailCall videos. And oh, it's quiet. Let me look at this here. So quiet. Yep. I can't really turn it up more without, I mean, maybe I could get in a little closer, but then I think I'm going to be popping the microphone, so we'll just see how this goes. But yeah, so this is a serial terminal kit. It outputs composite and VGA video. So I'm going to be putting this together and then assembling it in here. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. So YouTube video quality. Let's see. This is an all new streaming configuration for me, so there might be some little hiccups here. This is 3500 bit rate and X264 encoding. Does this look good? 1080p 30. Yeah, it is 1080p 30. Yes, this will be uploaded after the fact. So it's 1080p 30 because this means I can actually capture with my camera here. Tons of compression. Everything looks good. Okay. Does this work with the RC2000? I have no idea what an RC2014 is. See. Yes, it looks good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that it looks good right now. Bitrate's 3500. That should be plenty. But, okay, so the intent here is get this assembled and then integrate it into the battery compartment on this television here. So we can put it in there. So, yeah. All right. Now, this is a, like I mentioned, all new streaming setup. So what I have here are a couple of different options. So what I'm going to do is bring up the background in real time and transition to an overhead camera that will let you guys see what's going on as I reposition the main camera in real time. So we'll see. Now, the stream is supposed to be in 30 frames per second. So, because my capture card cannot capture 1080p 60. Could do 1080i 60, but that looks terrible. So yeah, we don't want to do that. So we can see here on the left that my little okay, my script has stopped working on me. Let's see what happens if I write this, because the progress should be at 0 right now. So let's see what happens here. Did it reset? No, of course it didn't. Okay. That's fun. All right, so the thing way over there on the left is meant to be updating, but it looks like that's going to have failed on me. Looks awful. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let me try changing it to anything else here. So that's 4 now. Maybe I just have to reload it. I was having problems where it would crash after a little while. So let me try this. So actually I want not that, this. Reload page, and there we go. Come on, update. And now if I change it to 0, it should change. There we go. All right, let's go back to what this should be. So that's going to bring up the other stuff. The background thing is kind of complicated on this, so I have to manually change some stuff. But anyway, while I have that going, I can move some stuff around. So I want to clean off this area because the first task is to test the display, because I need to actually do that still. So in the background of the first shot here, there was a TRS-80 Coco Model 3. So we're going to use that and make sure that the display works. So I'll go ahead and pop that here. And let me angle the camera. So I'm just testing out doing all this in real time. I have done some minor tests with this. I'm using my main boom microphone here. So if there are unusual sounds or I get quiet or something like that, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So, alrighty. I'm getting close to ready here. All right, let's switch over to the camera again. All right, so here we have a Coco 3. You can see one of my reference monitors in the background, but not a whole lot I can do about that. All right, so if I turn this on, we should see pop up on there. That's different. Hope there's nothing wrong with my Coco, because, yeah. Oh, it's really dark on there. It's hard to see. Maybe I need to do something on this. Brightness is 3. Okay, well, that's probably the problem here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's looking much better. Get that so it actually shows up on the camera. All right, so it's good I tested that first, because I would have just thought it was broken before. So, oh, thank you, Wim. Now I get to test something, because I stuck on the transitions. Possibly the ability to see super chats? No, that didn't work. Oh, well, that's not a big deal. So, yeah, bitrate is dropping with the background. Don't use it. Background's a bit laggy, kind of low quality. Blank or turn it off instead of showing it in overhead mode. Well, if I do overhead mode without the background here, okay, well, that just guaranteed that the Discord's going away. So that's just the background. I can do this and get rid of the background, but then, yeah, that doesn't work. You're going to see the camera moving around. I can get rid of the camera, then it's just black. So here's what I'll do. I'll see if I can change the bitrate setting on the fly to 5500. I don't know if that will work in real time. Kilobits per second still. Oh, now it's bumping up. Okay, we'll see if that looks better now. So, yep. Alrighty. Okay, well, we'll see. Alright, so the display is working correctly, and I bumped the camera. The solder isn't leaded. I will personally come over and throw a spool of leaded solder at you. I have super leaded Kester. What was it, 66 44? You know, it's the super lead stuff. So yeah, that's working. Now, I believe the remote doesn't work, and it's because one of the contacts in here is pretty badly corroded. So, I need to change the resolution. What? A lot of crop off? It's not centered. What? Oh, whoops, I'm still on that. My apologies. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Anyway, this remote has a really corroded battery contact. So the first thing we're going to do here is clean that with some CLR, because if I try and chuck some batteries in here, we'll see that it doesn't work because it can't actually get through the corrosion on there. Oh, power, yeah, nothing. So let's go ahead and do that first, which means I'm going to transition back to overhead while I reset up the camera. And I now get to do something I've never been able to do live before, and do a macro shot. So there isn't a power button on this thing, because it's just a hard switch. Why is there a power button on the remote? All right, so, all right, getting all this cleared off. The camera in here. Grab the CLR. And let's switch to the macro lens. So that's the really bad contact. I have not only the camera monitor here, but I have a reference monitor up above me so I can actually see what's going on here as I'm doing this. It's a whole new setup thing for me. So I'm on a stool because the chair I normally use is too big and ends up conflicting with the camera, so I have to use something different, unfortunately. So clean feet. Oh, that's really what do I need? What do I need here? That doesn't look good. Okay. It really doesn't look good. What's the problem? Oh, depth of field's really, really high. That'll do it. Still not terrific, but whatever. It'll work. Okay. Let that reduce and shake and switch back. Bam! Okay, so we're going to clean this in micro in real time with CLR. So let me get some CLR on here. Oh, you got child cap. Not the best thing to do when you're not looking directly at the bottle. And see how this goes. Looks like it's looking a little bit better. It's fine. I'm actually I'm ending up watching the monitor while I'm cleaning this because I can't see it because I got all this stuff in the way. Oh, I hope that hitting isn't too loud for you guys. Let's see, I can actually break out a metal file here to scrape along the front of that. Try and make it a little bit better here. Rectangle field animation in Blender? Yes. I did do that all in Blender. And I did use cycles as well. So let's see here. Trying to YouTube wiped 2,000 subs. Yeah, I don't know. I did lose some. I posted a reply to Dave Jones' video about that. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. I actually have a secondary light grabbed just for doing macro shots. I had like one rule when I started this. I wanted to avoid changing exposure while I was working, but this should really help. There we go. Wow. It's a little better. I'm at least making a little bit of progress here. Now I'm thinking this probably needs to soak, and this really isn't going to be enough. So, check the description for the overall information about the video. Well, alright, go ahead and wipe this out with a paper towel. Yeah, that really does look a lot better. That's considerably better. How about it was the other side? Ooh, whoa. Okay, I definitely need to spend some time on that. Wonder if the whole thing's just gone inside. That's not really that great over there either. Yeah, so I had set about the time zone and the stream being an hour early. I'd set it locally to be 11 a.m. for me to start the stream, and YouTube decided that that was an hour in the future. So when I was ready to stream is an hour in advance of when it was. So, oh well, early stream, you know, love it or hate it. That's what it ended up being. I was ready to stream, so I could either sit here doing nothing for an hour, or I could just start streaming. I chose the latter. Oh, all right, let's get this all cleaned out. And let's use the phone trick to see if this is functioning now. Oh, actually, I probably can just use the camera. Let's see. Will this work? I'm not seeing anything. Let me check with my phone, see if that sees anything. Camera might have an IR filter. I don't know if it does or not. I'm not seeing anything on my phone. Okay, maybe that didn't work. Try the tried and true method of rotating them. Nope, still not seeing anything. on my phone either. So, you know what? The remote, not that important. We're just going to skip this for now, just because I don't want to get bogged down on stuff that isn't terribly important. So, let's transition back to overhead. And then I'll get set up for the next part. So we've actually successfully tested the display. So let's go ahead and advance that to the next one here. Okay, please work. Come on. And nope, it's died. Ah, that's so frustrating. I don't know why that happened. That's really annoying. All right, this is still on. Get that out of here. So yeah, the person who's asked me what I was using to clean, CLR, because I was actually cleaning off rust. So that was what I was doing. All right, so next is building the serial terminal kit. Now, we got a bunch of parts for this. I have to do some soldering, all that fun stuff. I meant to wet my sponge before I started. Whoops. Guess I can just use my drinking water for that. That's fine. I always forget to drink while I'm streaming anyway. Let's see. I'm on mobile. All right. Solder the batteries directly. It's not really that important. Sounds fine until you get 50% on channel. Oh, well, yeah. If it's 50%, that would be rather alarming. So let's see. Go ahead and switch out lenses. So one thing about this camera, so this is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. The tripod mounts here on the top and bottom actually get too hot for you to physically touch. They just kind of burn. It's really poorly designed. Yeah, sorry about the squeaking stools. Not a whole lot I can do about it. I've tried greasing it. That's not the problem. I think it's squeaking in the wood above there in the actual seat portion. So, yeah, nothing to be done there. Okay. Do clean feed, ISO 3200, that's perfect. Get all this angled exactly where I want. Aperture, focus. What's my depth of focus like here? That's in focus, all of it's in focus. How's it look? That looks pretty good. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking that. All right, let's switch back. I've already lost my stylus holder. Main camera, all right. So, we're going to go ahead and put the kit together here now. Delay about 5 seconds. How do you actually know what the delay is? You don't see the stream or the chat on stream unless you're thumbing up or down the video, I guess. I suppose that could be it. Alright, so, yeah, it could be the acid's leaked into it. You know, now that you mentioned that. Was it this part down in here? That looked pretty suspect, so there's a real likely chance that's the problem. Later on, I'll crack it open and take a look. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there was something else I was going to do. So I have another view where I can do this and bring the schematic onto the background. So while I'm assembling this, I can actually take a look at everything going on. So if I need to reference the schematic, I'll bring that on. So, yep, you'll finally learn how to solder. This is pretty easy stuff to solder, so I don't know how much you're going to get out of this being all through-hole components here, but yeah, let's go ahead and start. So, the primary thing we got here, I don't have my multimeter really handy. Where did I put that? Ah, great. I put it somewhere stupid. It's always recommended to first build up your power supply, so I was going to do that and then verify it. Ah, found it. There we go. Fluke. Well, fluke. There we go. I'll grab that when I'm ready. I will need a Type B cable now that I think about it. I don't have one of those on hand, I think. So we'll have to get that. Alrighty, let's get the soldering bits ready here. I don't know offhand how many viewers I have from each region, so yeah. I've learned if I don't want to melt my ESD mat like that right there, use a cooking pad. So, yep, let's see here. So USB port goes down here. Those tabs don't look very compliant. So this is going to be interesting for me because I've never done a live soldering thing like this. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, that is nice. I like that. Snaps right in there. Okay, let's go ahead and get the MailCall powered up here. And let's start getting this going. Solder got hooked on something. Oh man, should I just try soldering with the monitor? Because I can't actually see what's going on here with all the stuff in the way. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Now I feel like I'm soldering with a mantis scope or something. This feels real fancy. Okay. That all looks pretty good on the monitor. Let's see. No 500 milliliter flux. I mean, I got flux, but I don't need it for this kind of stuff. I only want this for, I don't know, something more complicated. Like maybe that VGA port. It's really not that bad, though. So, yeah. Let's see. I don't really have the schematic memorized here. Let me bring that over so I can just get an idea of what it is I'm actually building here. So, oh, that's good to know. It's chroma keying to the silicone mat as well, sort of. All right, so USB power. What we got going on here? Is that con USB? Oh, that's good to know. This is also doing USB stuff. Does this act as a USB serial adapter as well? Because I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah. We'll have to, we'll see about that. So yeah, that just goes straight into the chip, and then is there an LED or something? I can use test power. No. Okay, we got 3.3 volt out. Regulator. IC. Where? MCP. Not seeing anything. It looks too regulatory, unless no, that's dip switches. IC2, where is that on here? IC2. Oh, IC2 is a transistor, right, basically. Okay, so yeah, it's that. That would just be Q, or U maybe if it's more than a transistor. So yeah. 3-leg transistor type package. Yeah, SOT 23 there. So yeah, okay. I mean, I have just said SOT 23 on the schematic, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that on so we can test the 3.3 volt rail as well. Yeah, it's just that one. That one want something or another here. Gotta remember to do this on camera. Bingo. So I don't have any experience with this device. I don't know how well this is going to work out. I was just offered it, so don't consider this an endorsement or anything. So there we are. Let's go ahead and put that on. And then remove the legs. No shorts, all looks good. Okay, so we should theoretically have power now, but let's just go ahead and put on the filter caps here. So we got 10UF, 10UF. Let's assume before and after that. Yeah, it looks it. Oh, those are 10MF. That wouldn't work well. We got 100 nano. That's not it. Oh, it is. I'm stupid. That was UF. I read it right the first time. Okay. Any plans to bring music via the Discord back? So at the very least, not this time. You know, these are polarized. Oh yeah, here we go. Anode. There we go. Double checking, try not to cause a fire while I'm talking. At the very least, this time there will not be music. The record cam is still set up. I didn't want to have anything cluttering up the screen on this stream. I wanted to try a totally clean looking stream to see how that looks. So, yep. Any background screws the stream bitrate up. You know, I'm wondering if maybe it's the motion. It's trying to compress the motion, but what if you're going to do like a live stream where you're like at a concert or somewhere, everyone's jumping up and down, there's a lot of motion? That would just look terrible then. So I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch this myself. I did a test recording and it all looked great, so I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time for the new stream format, first time streaming with the new camera, so you know, a lot to learn here. And we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll learn some more stuff as I do this. Let me take a look at that schematic here. I guess I shouldn't just leave that up for you on there all the time. At the very least, should hide that. So let's see. It's should just have 3.3. Got the connector for external 5 volts there, which I guess is just that. It's not really necessary right now. Yeah, let me track down a USB cable and make sure this is working. It shouldn't be that hard. I got them all over. I'll just be right back. I'll give you the transition that ruins the stream while I'm doing that. Like I said, wouldn't be that long. Are you using that Sony video device you revealed a while back to superimpose your desktop? Oh, no. No. That's composite only. I wish. No, this is all HDMI stuff. Yeah, okay, so main camera. I have a power supply off to the side that has self-resetting fuses. So I'm not worried about it. You'd tell if it was. Yeah, you would definitely tell. Audio could come up a bit, so it's actually maxed. The audio's maxed. There's no way I can turn it up more. The hardware device audio is maximum. So, whenever, whoops, bumped the camera. Whenever I'm doing actual videos, I have to manually turn it up. So, see if it explodes. Hey, no, it doesn't. All right, let's measure some voltages. I could probably easily skip this step, but it doesn't hurt to check. So go ahead and try and get this propped up in a way where you guys can see it. I'm going to reframe the camera while live. That was also something I told myself I wouldn't do, but here we are. And there we go. So this will tell me if this is 5 ground. No, it's not ground. So here. Why isn't that 5 volts? That's alarming. Can't already be messed up. No shorts. Polarity is correct on those. How do I have a problem already? Wow. You know what? Let me test this. One of these has been giving me problems. Nope, that's not it. Okay. That's a good demotivator. Not even getting input power from voltage, or from the thing here. Let me just make sure that's no. Wow. All right. Huh, okay. Yeah, that sucks. Are you going to do more streams? Just, we'll see. Well, just be happy with the one you've got right now. That's all I'll say. Huh. Why am I not getting any voltage? I don't see any shorts. It's in the schematic? Supply out? What? USB power. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a jumper. Oh, man. Yep. All right. Thank you. Okay, so which one's the jumper? Is it that one? USB power? Does that go back? Or is it this? Well, that says ground, so obviously it's not that. Okay. Man, I feel smart. Really should have looked at that schematic more that I had up for so long. Thank you guys for pointing that out. It's probably why it's better to not stream something like this so you don't look like an idiot, but whatever. This is going to hurt a little bit. Not bad. Alrighty, jumper. There is no jumper. I believe I was told that. Go to my parts bin here. Just grab a hard drive jumper. And bam, now it should have power. So let's measure that now. Boom. Okay. Now I'm happier. And over here, 3.3. Yep. Looking good. Okay. Whew. Step one complete. Power. Should have been a lot easier than that, but oh well. Alrighty. Let me bring this back down. I didn't think to refocus when I moved it up there, but thankfully it was fine. Alrighty, let's get more complicated. Let's bring the schematic back. And let's look at what's next. So keyboard connector, that's not really necessary. You know, it's not. Oh, baud rate select. Okay, yeah, JP3. So where's that? JP3 is that, and that's the epoxied up switch that I kind of. Whoops. Guess I dropped something on that. Is that? Oh, no, it's not epoxied over. It's just plastic wrap. Okay, that makes me happier. So I can see myself change that all the time. I'll have to look up what the truth table is for that. So, let's see, keep going. Yeah, I think it. Oh, activity light. Okay, that's something. I don't know if that's just. See, I don't know if that will actually do anything without it having a signal. So from here, I think I just need to do it all. Con5 composite output. Okay, so that looks like I have to actually decide to use composite output. So whichever one's. Oh, Con5. Oh, that's going to be a big one. That's this. It's not labeled. I'm going to go. I think I'm safe assuming that that's it. So Con4, Con6. That one's Con5. All right. Let's move along. Go ahead and get rid of the schematic for you guys so you don't have to look at it. I've got it up because I need it. Actually, I don't really need it. It's all labeled on here. Yeah. All right, let's just get cracking. Start moving out from here. So let's go with a 100K first. That's 1082. Is there an 82 ohm resistor spot on here? That is weird. There it is. Okay, yeah, that should have been. Yeah. So no. 150. 220. 470. Okay, by process of elimination. Yep. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Need the jumper in order to work. Okay, and the jumper. Yeah, that's the composite. Yep. That Wacom pen. Yep. I'll use a Wacom Intuos 4. Actually, if I just pop over, you know, I'll take mercy on you and I'll do this. That's only 720p. But yeah, I use a Wacom Intuos 4 medium as my primary input device. And to quell the impending questions, yes, that works great in Ubuntu. They are very natively supported, and I use Kubuntu. And yes, I know it's actually pronounced Ubuntu. That's not how I like to say it, though. Okay, that's 100K. Alrighty. So I might change the camera angle up here in a little bit, just to keep this interesting. Really, I'm moving this up here, so I don't have to keep diving back down. That's much better. I'm going to go ahead and just move the camera. Right now, yes, I only use the graphics tablet. I don't use a mouse in any capacity nowadays. It's just not all that interesting to me. Well, mouses or oh man, the Wacom's better for me. So, yeah. See, oh man, thanks to the that Micro Four Thirds lens adapter here, this thing gets like nuts. Zoom off of here, so false color that, get an idea of the exposure. It looks good. Okay, angle's a bit cattywampus there. Okay, that's a lot better of a shot. And we'll switch back to that. Hey, what do you know? The hold on here. The build serial kit over there is now selected. So the progress meter actually updated. It just took forever. So that's a web page that's being updated by a JavaScript interval, doing an AJAX call to my server to look for changes in a JSON file. So it's yeah. Oh man, I didn't even see the question, so that's cool. That I answered that. It's open source. I put it on my GitHub repository. So if you want that, you can go ahead and check it out. Now I just have to make sure I keep my hand out of the shot, and I can help make sure that doesn't happen if I'm bumping it. That's not good. Make sure it doesn't happen by using that as my reference display for working. So I need 4.7K resistor. There we go. That's a bunch of them. Basically, he doesn't want to pay $1,000. Edit original files. High proprietary programming. No longer used anymore. That was the next best thing. Saw you switch to Resolve. Yeah. So the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K outputs ProRes files. Now Blender can use ProRes files, and you know I loved Blender. It's really good, but Blender has limitations in how it works with video files. If you don't need to do like color correction or any other fancy features, then Blender is going to be mostly fine. But I'm at the point now where I'm trying to get my production value as high as possible, so I needed to be able to use something fancier like Resolve. So that was why I made the switch. Using this camera also made a big difference, because this camera came with a free license for the professional version, Studio, of DaVinci Resolve. So I had an extra incentive to switch to Resolve. So the choice there by Blackmagic to include that paid off for them, because they now have a Resolve user. So, oh, thank you, person is unique. Have you tried Kden Live? I have not, but since I have a, paid for copy of Resolve, and my camera is Blackmagic. As a matter of fact, I'm using a Blackmagic Intensity Pro to capture this video. In the future, I'll be getting a Blackmagic Intensity Pro 4K to capture video. I will not be streaming in 4K because the camera only outputs a 1080p 60 signal. But having my entire workflow under the umbrella of one manufacturer has some nice cooperative benefits between the hardware and software, so it makes a lot of sense for me to just work within that ecosystem if I could. So here's an example of a feature that this camera has that I'm able to use because of Resolve. So if I can do this here, I'm on that. Bam, now the image looks really washed out and not good. I'm applying a LUT in real time as I'm shooting here, which allows me to color grade live footage. So that's one of the reasons why the footage here looks so good is because I've actually pre-graded it with a LUT. Ah, man, I keep bumping the camera. That I know looks good for the majority of my shots. So, yep. Let's see. Resolve is too much for my potato PC. Resolve is too much for my not a slouch PC. Resolve's just pretty heavy-handed. I'm actually going to have to buy a new GPU just to use Resolve here. Man, that soldering, that looks really good on here. I was just actually looking at the monitor. That's a nice clean image there. I'm quite happy with how that is turning out. You know, for grins and giggles, for this next one, a 150. Is that one? Yeah. I want to zoom in even more. Let's see how that looks. Crank up the brightness. Fix the focus. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that's really hard to do on camera. So, let's see, anything else here? The audio is unbearably low. When I'm looking at this in Open Broadcaster, I am seeing infrequently it is approaching yellow. You know, let me just, I can double check that there's nothing I can boost it. I'm at 85% in Linux. Let me set that to 100. There you go. And that might be it. I'm peeking into the red now. We'll see how that goes if everyone complains. Hopefully I didn't just like blow everyone's ears off. But yeah, so, okay, let's look at that super macro shot of soldering. Of course, I bumped the camera. So, alrighty, here we go. I'm actually going to solder off the feed. Off the camera feed, that is. Oh, yeah, that looks good. I'm really enjoying macro live soldering. That's super fun for me. All right, well, I'm glad I finally figured out what the problem was. I guess I should just leave it like that all the time now, because I have someone who mentions to me every now and then that my audio is a bit low, and I try to have a balance between, you know, audible and not too loud. So these are ceramic, not tantalum, so I'm good not being concerned about polarity. Using an amplifier to compensate and the volume, and after the volume, yeah, my apologies. Like doing robotic surgery. Yeah. Oh, I keep reaching for my soldering iron in the wrong place. Oh. And it shut off because this is such a low load for this soldering iron that it doesn't even think it's on. 6,000 kilobits per second for 1080p 30? Really? I didn't know that. I'm at 5,500 right now. I can try setting it to 6,000. It's not really a huge difference. 6,000. But we'll see how that goes. I'm looking at it now. It was already overshooting a bit. So, yeah, we'll see. It's, I don't know if on Open Broadcaster that includes the audio bitrate or not. So, I don't know if I'm really getting, like 57 or 5680 on there. It's too high now. You're saying the volume is too high? YouTube compresses it at, so no matter if you use more. Download is. YouTube admits up to 10,000. I don't know. I mean, I could always try and set it higher. There's a limit to what I can upload, but yeah, it's not super high because my ISP sucks. Okay, so little bits, 82. Let's hit that one now. Ah, man, yeah. I'd like to get a setup where the camera's on the other side of this at some point. That'd be really cool. So I don't have the possibility of hitting it. Make it a lot easier for filming. Once I get the 4K capture card, I might try and use the other one, the Nikon camera, as like a secondary live camera connected to this, where if I want to, I could just switch over to that one for an alternate camera angle, especially if I want to just reposition the main camera. So that could be pretty cool. Man, it's a good thing there is one of these silicone pad down where my normal soldering iron position is, because I keep trying to put it down there. Okay, let's see. Why don't use paper or Saper CG? I don't know what a cold joint indeed. What are you talking about? Cold joint. Where? These ones aren't super great. I could hit those again. Most of them seem fine. I'll just reflow them all. Doesn't hurt. The biggest problem here is trying to talk and solder. That's not a good combination. I'll make sure I definitely give these enough time to resolidify. There we go. Don't want that falling out. This feels super weird to solder off a monitor. Ooh, I liked how that popped. See if this one does it. Kinda. Seeing the chat move in my peripheral vision, but I'm not looking at it right now because I don't want to get distracted and burn myself here. And just give me a moment and I'll be over there. I wonder what thumbnail YouTube's giving this while it's actually live. So I gave it a nice custom thumbnail. But I know it likes to change that while you're live. Let's see. Near USB looks weird. Nah, it's fine. It's just, it's got some flux on it, that's all. I need to get some real contact cleaner. I'm just going to use some 91% isopropanol when I actually clean that. Let's see here. Any soldering ventilation? No. That would make a lot of noise while I'm recording, so I generally don't get to use that. Alrighty, let's move on. 27 picofarads. So that'll be these. Might as well just put both of these in. By the way, have you tried the TS100? I have not. I wouldn't mind it just as a portable soldering iron, but there's no way I'm going to make that my primary, which some people seem to do. I would not recommend that. You want a nice, good soldering iron for that. You don't have to spend a ton of money. You can just get like a medium grade Hacko or something. I mean, I wouldn't go for one of the knockoff ones, but you don't need a MetCal like I'm using here. This thing's way overpowered. Well, it's like 150 watts, I think. It's not super powerful, but it's a lot. So, let's see. It was the custom thumbnail for me. Cool. Let's see. Planning to update my Ubuntu distro to the 64-bit version. That's an interesting way of updating. I don't know if it'll actually let you swap out the 32 for 64-bit kernel. Never tried anything like that. I mean, it's Linux, so, I mean, probably. I don't know if it's a good idea, though. I kind of drug that. Nope, nothing on the solder mask. Okay. Let's see. I see the same thumbnail image from before when it was scheduled. Sweet! So I may have put off YouTube changing the thumbnail. So I am pretty sure the baud rate switch is this. So could just pop that in there right now. But I'm going to leave that for a little bit later. Keep going with the passive components as I grab a crystal, but whatever. That's fine. All right. So, let's see. Let's see here. No adjustment, just hot. Well, technically that's what mine is. I don't have adjustment knobs on mine, but I change out the tips to be different temperatures. So each tip has its own heating cartridge in the tip. You can see how the whole tip is hot, not the handle, or not the whole tip. Just the tip of the iron is hot, not up to the handle, because the heater cartridge is up there, and the heater cartridge is tuned to a specific temperature. And if I bring out one of these, we can look at it somewhere up high. There it is. That will give you the information about the particular cartridge I'm using. The STTC 117 here is a big fat cartridge. I like this one for like bulky stuff. Like if I was actually not soldering this on stream, I would probably be using this, because that would just blast those solder points to oblivion and it would be super quick. But while I'm streaming, it would be better to look fancier. So using the fine point tip is a better option. Okay, 10K. Got to be getting close to out of resistors here. There's only like, what, 3 left? Let's see, capacitor, one there, and there, and there. Okay, yep, getting close. And a bumped camera again. Let's see here. I want the soldering iron Voltar did. I'm not familiar with that one. Are those cartridges still being produced? As far as I know, yes. There are some knockoffs by, what's the company name? Is this, yeah. Thermaltronics is making new tips as well. So you can get Metcal tips. I don't know if they're new or new old stock. But Thermaltronics is also producing their own tips, which in my mind, is a brilliant business strategy, because there's a lot of people who are still going to be using these tips, because these are great soldering irons. I don't have any intention of stopping using this anytime soon. That was the correct position, yeah. Oh, yeah, I still have that second one I did a video about quite some time ago, so I mentioned I was kind of up in the air about what I was going to do with it. Apparently what I was going to do with it was keep it. So I never did 3D print the Talon clone. Maybe one day. It's not really that important. You'd have to have 2 of the same tip, which these tips are really expensive. These tips probably cost as much as most of your guys' soldering irons. No offense, but they can be like 20 or 30 bucks. There's some really fancy ones that are like $150. Those are weird shaped ones though. So, see, that was yeah, alrighty. Moving along here. Getting close. Just 2 more resistors after this one. It is so weird to solder off of a video feed, but it's actually easier than trying to look around all the stuff. Yeah, on that note, I was surprised at how much backlash there was over announcing the stream before I did it. I mean, if it were me and I wanted to see a stream from someone who's producing one, I wouldn't mind knowing in advance when it was going to be, but a lot of people were not happy about the concept. So I'm probably going to continue to do it in the future if I have a actually coordinated plan like I have this time, but yeah. Wear gloves? I'm not wearing gloves while I'm soldering. I'm going to rub that solder all over me. Yeah, nice leaded solder. You're not absorbing it into your bloodstream enough that it's actually a problem. Or else everyone who's ever worked on electronics since the 60s would be like just dying of cancer in their 50s. Oh yeah, no, this is the good stuff. I don't use the lame solder. I don't even own any Rojas solder. I really should. I mean, yes, I do own Rojas solder, and every ATX PC Junior kit that's ever been sent out has used Rojas solder, definitely, yes. That's what I mean. Especially the ones that have shipped internationally. Those definitely did. The problem was that it was announced early. It was announced like 14 hours. I announced it last night. I mean, if you were going to have any hope of actually seeing the announcement, that's about as late as I could make it. So, almost done with all the passives here. And that one is polarized, so take note. Try and get those nice macro shots. Can't get them all. It's not easy to re-angle everything. Why does it focus so far back? Is it drifting? Am I bumping it? Not sure. There we are. Let's see. What solder now? This is Kester. Okay, let me see if I can actually find out. Here's a part that's snapped off on my spool. I think that was the one that actually said exactly what it was. No, there we go. 6644. That's what I'm using. It's the real good stuff. So, okay. And the, oh man, last passive, the 100 nanofarad. How many flux cores? I think it's just one. Wow, you can almost see that. If I try and refocus that, I think you might be able to. Yeah, you can actually see the flux core in there. So yeah, just the one. That's really cool. I like my camera setup. Well, no one cared about it being early. People were not happy about the announcement overall. Some people thought it was a premiere, which I could understand not liking a premiere. That's kind of weird. It's like the YouTube video is done, but you don't get to see it yet. I'm going to drag it out. That I can understand. I don't anticipate myself ever using a premiere. So, unless it was something like, you know, the new 98 video. Maybe if premieres existed then and I'd scheduled it. Because I kind of put up that teaser video, which was like a premiere. So, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think I'm ready for the LED. That's right. I need the LED. That's over there. Bootload. What do I need that? What's bootload? Let me do this. Okay, bootload. Bootload's a jumper. Okay. So that just ties a pin to ground. It'll short out the activity LED. That's weird. I don't know what that's about. Huh. Oh, thank you, John, for the compliment. Okay, let's just throw the LED on there, and I guess I'll put the other, that thing on there in case I ever need to, for some reason. Okay, I don't. Check out the, who is it? Just a Guy 123 and Thomas Andrews. Go ahead and look at the description, because I put in information about what exactly I'm doing there. So this is an advanced maneuver. Don't try this at home. There we are. That's now tacked in place. Well, I'm happy to have been able to inspire you to order a 3D printer. That's cool. I love mine. I don't do any artistic stuff with it. I just like designing my own things that become a physical reality. To me, there's just an incomparable amount of satisfaction in doing that. So I hope you have the same experience with it that I have. I was contemplating doing a printing component to this stream. I may still, I don't know. because I lost the battery door for the TV where this is going. So I'm not actually sure how I'm going to hold this in yet. It's got these mounting holes on it, and I'm contemplating printing a new battery door that holds it by the mounting holes. But on the other hand, I'm going to have all of the connectors mounted here, and my plan is to drill out holes along the side of the case here for those to protrude from. So that would be a permanently installed situation. So yeah. Yep. Alright, looks like it's socket o'clock here. Let's see, we got one there. Let's go ahead and align that. That's a really narrow chip for being so long. Alrighty, let's see. I'm just gonna cheat, use that foam. Hold that up. Oh, I just did a bad. Oh, we'll look at that in a second. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's in place now. I bumped my soldering iron spool. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man, that hurts the soul. Oh. Oh well. I'm at the top right now, so it'll be a little while at least before I have to deal with that. Oh. Oh, dang it. That's frustrating. Oh well. Alright, this is a good time where you might want to use flux. So, let me do a semi-advanced maneuver here. This might be a little difficult to pull off with the camera exactly where it is. I'm going to flux this sucker. And I am going to solder these all in one motion. Well, maybe not all of them. Some of them. If I was doing this a bit differently, I might be able to feed it in. It's a little better. Pop some solder on that one. Let's try it on this side, see if I can do this a little better. Yep. Ooh, real close. Just the one short and one fail. There we go. These are super easy to clean up because there's so much flux on them. They just pop right into place where you want them. And yeah, I want that one. As long as you're inspecting this afterwards, you know, you just save yourself a little bit of time doing it. You only have to touch up one or two of them instead of manually doing every single one of these. Now we can look at it from the top and we'll see. They all look pretty good, except for that one. Still need to do that one. Depth's really hard to judge on a video screen. Okay. Yep, not bad. Alright. Louis Rossman would say that's not enough flux. That was a sufficient amount of flux. I need some water. Where's that at? Oh yeah, water's good. But now I'm out. I'll have to get more later. Alright, so the baud rate selector now, because that's on the other side. So I kind of messed up the pins on this. Let me zoom this out. Just the exposure. That looks good. Focus. There we are. Yeah, so I kind of messed that up. Let me go ahead and fix that. There. That's the wrong one. I wanted this one. Nah. These are really, really thin. Man. Alrighty. This is gonna take some little bit of work here to align this. And it's gonna be really fragile on there too, so I gotta keep that in mind. I was wondering how the baud rate was selected on this thing. I'm kind of disappointed it's hardware and it's on the opposite side. I might relocate this later. I don't think I'm going to do it in the video, but I want this to be accessible externally. So we'll see how this goes. Ah, that's not good. Wish I hadn't messed that up. Not 100% sure I did it either, but at some point. Just makes this a bit tedious. Oh, just one last one. Get in there. That one's a jerk. All right, that's in there, finally. Okay, now I'm just gotta actually get it tacked down. Come on. There we are. Okay. So that's that. Now I have this, which has a back to it. I suppose it goes here. It doesn't really matter what orientation it's in. I don't have a complementary cable connector for that, so yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go with Varga, because I'm not sure how the accents are going to, well, accentuate how you pronounce your name, and I'd rather be more polite. Okay. Oh. There was this. Where did that go to? Maybe that. That must be a power input option. You know what? Yeah, that's what the fancy silkscreen footprint is for. I might as well put it in. Why not? I could look at the image of the board, actually, to figure out where that goes. But I'm 90% sure this is it. Kind of loose. Let's see. Yeah, it's not terrific. Let's do this. There we are. Good enough. Okay. And now just the connectors for the top. So this included 2 different RCA jacks. Now this one I don't see is having a landing pad anywhere. So we're going to go with this one. I'm going with this one first because it's slightly tall and has fewer pins, so it'll stabilize the side because it'll be easy to install. And yeah. Well, that's interesting. Or it's not this one. Hold on. Here. How does this work? Whoa. Wait a minute here. So that's Con 4. Hold on, let me bring up the schematic again. So, will there be another Windows 98 LAN party? Most likely. Neither of them will work. Neither of them will go to it. Oh, okay. Yeah. I had a feeling. Did you let me know about that? Because I may have just said it doesn't matter because I'm going to direct wire it. So, yeah. I don't actually need that port on here, but still strange. Yeah. Let me explain. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, green. Okay, there we go. That works. Thank you, green. And oh, okay. There, that's not going easy on me there. Koksamogi. I'm gonna go with that. But thank you. Alrighty. Okay, so I could not find the exact connector for sale at a reasonable price. The only one I could find was for $7 a piece in Australia. I know that's like those stupid red switches. So, alright. Let me see if I can make one of these work. So, clearly, this one has the shroud connected to the outside. It's like all one really big stamped piece. But it has this little bit up here at the front. Now, I could probably bend the pin here to go to the front. So, I'm just going to try doing that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this off. Yeah, I am going to directly connect, but I kind of decided for the stream that I should connect it to the external jack on the TV first as like a, you know, a progressive assembly type thing, just so you can, you know, you can see that it actually works before I go ahead and do weird stuff with it. So let's just go ahead and do this. There, I'll make my own connector. And those are too big. Alrighty. And I think that's going to touch. So what I'm going to do... Can I cram that in there? It won't stay. Alright, let's get a little creative here. Cut out some of this. Keep wanting to talk around the microphone because it's in my way, blocking my view. Yeah, connectors are really hard to find. They're one of the most expensive parts of an electronics build anyway. Just all of the human interfacing devices are really expensive. So, yeah, it can be difficult and cost prohibitive depending on the project. It is frustrating, and it's just part of it. Because, you know, plastic is a rare element. So, those are the things that cost the most money. Cut up an old composite cable? I could, but I could also just cut this up and use it. So I'm just going to do that. Because I don't have any other use for this currently. It's not a bad connector. But, yeah. Man, that is not cooperating here. There we go. It looks nice and stabby like. Let's go ahead and do this side. That would be a good angle. I can get that to actually go. Try it a little bit at a time. Treat it like scissors. Alright. So will that get any bite in there? Oh, wrong one up front. You know what? I can short those in the back. If they're not, they're not. Is that shorting up front? Nope. All looking good. I need to make this a little bit thinner in the back. How much do you scrap for dead electronics? Is mostly unusable proprietary stuff. You can turn on slow chat. I don't know if I need to. Yeah. I don't know. I do scrap a bit of stuff. Thank you for the $10 there, Blake. 8K editing is the future. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see myself ever getting an 8K camera. All right, so that's not bad there. Getting somewhere now. The imperfection green screening of that schematic is weirding me out. Oh yeah, I can take that off. I didn't mean to leave that up. My apologies. Let's go ahead and undo that. Here we go. Now I need to short these because those front ones aren't actually attached. So let's just glob a whole bunch of solder on there that actually hit. Oh, you know what? I got like a ton of leads. All the parts I've cut up here. So let's just put one of those on. I only need to do one side. It's connected. So, boom. There we go. All right, that's all. Oh, the top one doesn't look terrific. There we go. All right, that looks good. I don't need VGA at the moment. I will need, whoops, PS2. Soldering iron cables getting caught up on the multimeter leads there. All right. I do need the PS2 port, wherever that is. So that one's the right one. That's easy. Okay, get that big, fat, chunky one in there first. And where am I at? Where's my focus? I need to double check focus here. Ah, that's much better. Okay, greetings from Russia. Hello. Does the portable TV have VGA input? No, it does not have VGA. I'm going to use the composite input, but it's going to be such a short run, and I'm not that worried about it. I don't think it'll be a problem. I don't know what the text size is. For all I know, it could be 40 column. Then it'll look real good. 80 column actually be kind of just small on that TV anyway, so I'd almost be fine with it being 40 column. Be slightly inconvenient, but not too bad. So, yeah. Someone, I think, is asking, your computer has to be Y3K compliant. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see. Where is that? Oh, it's not. I don't have it on hand. I picked up this awesome Y2K fear-mongering VHS recently. Oh, man, it's so great. I'm going to have to, like, record that and put it up somewhere because it's amazing. Probably an Internet Archive. But, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Okay, that's a whole lot of pins to align on there. And done. Okay, that's easy enough. It's got the very convenient spreading lock pinches there. Please archive that Y2K tape. Oh, yeah. I think you can also change it in software to 40. That would be ideal. So, yeah, we'll do that. I could see me making a PS2 macro thing that could allow me to just like push a button or have it do it on power up, and then I would end up using that with my Model M's in the future, just in general. So 80 columns composite just looks odd and not happy at all. I've had some pretty good 80 column composite, like the HP86. That's all composite. So, and that looks pretty good. I don't have any objections to that, although they cheat because they overscan the video and underscan the monitor, so they actually get more resolution out of an NTS signal than you really normally do. So this is an interesting soldering challenge. I'm doing this entirely off of video, so I can't see at all what I'm doing with all the camera and microphone and stuff. This is really fine pitch, so I need to be precise. There we are. there. And what did I drop a chunk of solder in there? Okay, there we go. No shorts. Locks are good. All right, this is all soldered in now. That's done. So let me do a final pass on everything, and then I'll give it power, and we'll see if it displays. So let me go ahead and zoom in here a little bit, and get that propped up. Refocus. Bam. So what we got going on here? All so far looking pretty good. I'm just going to go top left to bottom right, scanning by columns. Possibly this could be reflowed here. Let's see, I can make it a little bit brighter too, really. There we are. That's the aperture ring on that adapter, by the way. That's why it's really awesome. Nice, smooth exposure change, and I can change the depth of field, just boom, instantly. No delays, no nothing. It's really nice, super convenient. So yeah, that's all looking good so far. Yeah, I think I am happy with that. Look at the chat here. Forgot one thing I mentioned several times. Oh, my apologies. Oh, was it the color here? Do I have to short one of these? It doesn't start out with one shorted? Is that what it is? I'm sorry, it's really hard to keep track of the chat and do the soldering at the same time. So if I don't see any one of these having been shorted initially, so I'll just start out. Man, you know what? It's really dumb, but I'm thinking I'm gonna short blue because that's like really weird. So yeah, I'm shorting blue. So let's see here. I'm going to try and do this off video, and that's going to be really hard. Come on, short. There we go. Might be hard to see, but okay. Well, we'll see. Worst case, I can change the input on the monitor. All right. All the solder points look good. Let's drop the chip in. The chip's pre-programmed. So I have an easy task from here. Boom. Oh yeah, that doesn't feel right. Are all the chips aligned correctly? Yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah. Pick 32. Sweet. What's the date code? Is that not familiar with microchip. Is that 2015 34th week? I don't know. Alrighty. Yeah, let's power this up and get the TV set up. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up a bit here, which means I'm going to transition you back to the background that apparently looks terrible. My apologies, but yeah. And I will go ahead and advance from build the serial kit to test. So, yep. Let's see if that updates. Come on, update. Nope. Gonna disappoint me. Okay, well, whatever. Maybe it'll do it while I'm not paying attention. I might be a little quiet here. I'm going to move my mic around while I'm doing this. So, is that analog TV? That is an analog TV. I don't believe it has any digital capabilities at all. So, yep. Let's see here. 6 people missed select buttons. Yeah, smoke test. Definitely smoke test. I mean, I don't really know. Never used dip sockets. They're the devil. They're all right. I mean, I've clearly demonstrated on video they can have problems, like the one from the Commodore 64, but, you know, for the most part, they're fine. So, I don't know. Kind of depends on which ones you get. Let me move the soldering iron away and turn it off, so I don't have to put it over with the rest of the fire. So, since people are watching from Australia, I have not heard that one. I like that one. Okay, could you use a dash cam display and use like a dash cam display and a 12-volt battery? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. So, I'm gonna be lazy here. No, I'll sweep it all off. Let's do this right. Get it real clean. Put it in this. Oh, that bag, that seems kind of familiar. Oh, wait, no, I think that's one of mine. I think I brought that into this. I'm not sure. Maybe it was me. I don't know. I have a lot of these, like a whole lot of them. It's a DigiKey small component bag, like for resistors and stuff, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a couple moments of an uninteresting thing, but it's going to mean that I have fewer interruptions down the road by cleaning this up, because there won't be stuff in the way all over. So I'll get these out of here. I'm not done soldering, actually, now that I think about it, because I'm going to be incorporating the thing into the television, but I got to test it first. So, getting this in here. There is a video cable connected to the Coco. I need that. Someday I'll do a video on that Coco. Don't know when, don't know what it'll be about, but probably will. Oh, I know exactly what it'll be about. I have an Orchestra 90. Let's see. Do that. That. I believe it's already connected to the it's on the right input. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get the camera angled well here. Zoom out just a little bit. Get this connected like that. This is actually not bad. I'm liking everything I'm seeing there. Check the exposure. Exposure's good. Clean feed. And let's switch back. Bam! Alright. So. Move the microphone closer to me. I'm going to have to touch the mic here. My apologies. Trying to be careful about it. There we are. That's all. This is all the stuff you don't get to see while I'm recording. And let's power this up, see what happens. Boom, red light. That's not good. Okay. I screwed something up. I looked for shorts. Let me double check the schematic here. Let me bring this up like this. Okay, so there was that vertical desync, yeah. So I think there was something about the sync on here, wasn't there? VGA mode, color. Oh, hold on here. So color is all connected directly to the VGA socket. Composite's different. So that's interesting. Unshort blue, yeah. Clean all the flux off. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Cleaning off the flux. Let's try that. So let me switch back here. It's a very good call. Alrighty. I can't undo the block transition like I do in actual videos. It's not possible to do it. Just because when I'm doing the actual videos, I'm able to time the animation and get that to work correctly. Where did I put all the paper towels? I brought a whole bunch in here for the stream because I knew I was going to need them for this cleaning. Man, I lost them all. This is stupid. The only one I know where is this one, which I forgot what I used it for. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Let's go with this. Let's just get it all over that sucker. Yeah. Paper towel's not the best, but whatever. Why a weird milliliter? Because it's 32 fluid ounces or 1 quart. It's just coincidentally near a liter. So, stupid. If the composite does not work after cleaning off the flux, try with VGA. Yeah, I will. Have to see that. Connector hack, looks pretty solid to me. I don't see any real issues with that. It's not shorted. So, yeah. That is a an odd thing I did, though. So that would be, you know, out of spec. Yeah. So here I'm just getting all the all that alcohol up in there. So toothbrush. I have a toothbrush. The one I was using for the CLR, but now it's covered in like rust. I guess I could. Meh. Now there's CLR on it. You just flick that off on the carpet down there. Yeah. I mean, the carpet's fine. CLR won't hurt it. I'll just clean it up more. I wonder if anyone's you ever used CLR for deflux. What are you making? Please reply. Look in the description for precise details about it. But I'm making a portable VT100. So it uses PS2. Let's see here. I need to flush it. I'm out of water, so I can't do that. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go get some more water. And, well, maybe not right now. You know what? I'm just going to see. How does this actually look? Is this clean enough? Let's just try it right now. See what happens. Alrighty. Put an oscilloscope in the composite output. You know what? I can do that. Specifically to check for the sync signal. Yeah. That's not right. Huh. That's frustrating. Just for testing's sake, let me grab a VGA cable here and try that real quick like. So that was no change at all from the initial version after cleaning. Let's see, do I have one close? That's the wrong gender. Let me see, where do I have one even? Almost just plug it right into the monitor. No. Yeah. My VGA capture card only works under Windows, so I can't plug it into that, even though I have a cable ready to go. Let me grab a video cable. I will be right back, just like seconds. Is the board PAL or NTSC? I'm pretty sure it's NTSC. I'm gonna change the other camera because I gotta move the camera. Okay, so we got VGA cable here. Drag in the monitor. So let's see here. Alrighty, I'm just going to leave this here for now while I turn this on. I'm not trying to re-angle the camera because I don't have high hopes for this. So, boom. How do I change the input? Oh, wow, okay. Actually, that's working. Alright, let me... okay, let me rearrange the camera. Yeah, I am not really set up to film that monitor. Pinch my thumb on the tripod. Okay, so boom. Meh. Alright, that's close enough. Whatever, you'll get the idea. So, functioning. That's a strange turn of events there. Let me brighten that up just a tad. Okay. me do this. Let me grab the Model M I'm using for my desktop. Try this out. So I don't know if this will support a keyboard being plugged in after the fact. Probably not. Oh, almost. Let me restart it. Alright, off. Blue is readable too. Nothing. LED's blinking when I'm typing, so there's at least that. Blue looks nice. Yeah, I'm liking the blue. So, okay. At this point, I'm pretty sure I need to read something about how to use this. So, it's not actually connecting to anything. It's not getting a signal. So, VGA doesn't work, though. Yeah, definitely oscilloscope time. Oh, where are my probes for that? I meant to get set up with my bit scope in case I needed it, because then I could just do overlaid video. Shift F12, then press B. Shift F12. Oh, composite output. Oh, currently PAL. B2. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Whoops. I don't know if having both connected at once is doing something. Well, that's different. Yeah, it definitely doesn't like having both connected. So I'm gonna give it, you know what, let's try restarting it. It's different. Press K. K. I don't think that's it. Here. Okay, let's go back to this. Maybe save the changes. Oh, you didn't press K. Okay, well, it's out of range. Uh-oh, that's not good. 50 hertz. It's not reading comments. Comments move fast, and they're, I mean, you can kind of see they're way over to the side. Okay, Shift 12, Shift F12, B, PAL, K, save changes, restart terminal. Boom. Let's try this. Doesn't like it with VGA, and without VGA. Okay, let's try this. You can slow the comments down. That only slows individual people, doesn't slow the entirety. So if everyone is posting comments, then it doesn't do anything still. That doesn't look like it saved anything. That still looks like the same PAL problem. So let me unplug that, unplug this, plug that back in, and plug this in. Is it borked? I wouldn't say it's borked. It's really close to working here. So let's see. Shift F12. NTSC, number of lines for VGA 24. Keyboard language. Why does it come set to PAL but for US keyboards? That doesn't make any sense. Alrighty. Let's see. Configurable baud rate. Ah, there is a digital baud rate. That's nice. Okay, I'll probably just use that forever. Let's see. Startup message. Currently on. Yeah, I want that. Enough amps? That's a pretty powerful Anker power supply. I mean, I don't know if I can get it on camera. Cables are all kind of short. Almost. But, yeah. Check sync pulse to the oscilloscope. Yeah, let me grab the oscilloscope. Let's do that. I gotta move the camera again, so let me do this. I have to manually switch to background and then to the transition page if I want it to work like that, which, you know, it doesn't really, it's not easy. Okay, does the TV have a proper 75 ohm termination? I just used it with a Coco Model 3, so, or not a Model 3, Coco 3. So it works. The composite input works, so. Oh, I'm rapidly running out of desk space. Okay. probe doesn't have a clip on it, but it'll have to do. Oop, and there goes a battery. Oh man, I got a miniature probe hooked onto it. There we go. Let me find that clip if I can. I can. Okay. All right. Let me rearrange all this. Get this set up. This is not easy. That was probably loud. Okay, let's go ahead and switch back now. Bingo. So, if I hop on the scope here, actually I gotta point this slightly down, which means you guys aren't going to see the top of the display, but that lets you see this. So, let's go ahead and power this up now. I'm hooked in, scope's on, let me see, where's ground? No, I'm not triggering. Channel 1, position, intensity. Okay, it's a little dirty. Really, really dirty, actually. There we are. That looks better. XY. Okay, so we do have a trace. Yeah. Why am I should be seeing something here. Why am I not? That's not good. Probe set to 1x. That shouldn't be affecting anything though. Oh, thank you, Wim. Is abandoned software archiving piracy? Also, if a company stops selling software, may I freely download it? So, I am no legal expert, but here is my take on that. There is no such legal thing as abandonware. If you have software that is not being currently sold, that doesn't make it public domain, which is the effective meaning of abandonware. Now, there's something called the orphaned works clause, and you can look that up, but that also states that even if the current legal rights owner for a product or a work of any kind cannot be determined, it is still not public domain. So there is no real concept in the legal world as, oh my god, I'm so stupid, as public domain or as abandonware. So at no point are you ever going to get a lawyer to say, yes, abandonware software downloading is legal. It's just not going to be. So, sorry. Now, there is the likelihood that you are to be prosecuted for it is extremely low. It's really going to be dependent on what software you are going for. Now, if you're going for, let's say, Dizzy, that weird egg guy game, no one's going to come after you. But if you're distributing Doom, you're going to get some, you're going to get someone contacting you from Bethesda. So, it's all going to depend on it as far as, what actual consequences there are going to be. So, okay, I'm not seeing anything here. Source, channel 1. I need to, let's zoom in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. What's going on? AC, that's not doing anything. Doom is sold on Steam. Yeah, it kind of, I need maybe Trig. No, I did something there. Time, no. Yeah, well, not the first episode of Doom. Yeah, that's shareware. That's different. So, all right, let's throw this on Cal. Make sure this is actually working here. No, something's not right. Oh, wait, I'm seeing it. Yeah, there we go. Something's not super right. But yeah, that's how it should be. It's where's the problem at? I think Cal might just be dirty. Let me try this. I think, or perhaps the this isn't connecting well. That's part of the problem. Oh, there we go. I didn't have it clicked in place. That's better. All right. This is the stuff that gets cut in a video. All right, still nothing. Here we are. Trig level. Come on, give me something. That just looks like noise. I'm zoomed in all the way. Okay. Let me do this. Let me bring back up the schematic. Let me trace down. Use the Sony color processor and connect it to the little LCD. It's not necessary. Pin 6 is the video output on the chip. So let's see. Ooh, I just shorted power input. Oops. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and turn this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I get? Yeah, I'm not gonna get a good hook on that. All right, just poke it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, yeah. So that can't be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's pretty strange looking. Yeah, it doesn't look anything like that. Okay, do 150 ohm to a 470 ohm. Okay, let's see here. Should be okay if you're getting VGA, but I'm not. Huh. Why do I use my Wacom? I like using drawing tablet more. So, yeah. This is strange. Okay. So the 150 ohm one here. So let me see. Do I have a picture of the blank board? No. I don't have to read the markings on the resistor. I'm lazy. Yeah, the Gerbers. I could load that up in Gerb view. This keyboard isn't connected anymore, though. That makes this hard. Could just swap it back and forth, but I don't really feel like it. Okay, okay, does composite work with VGA plugged in? Well, that was kind of messed up with it, but that's just a really good point here. It did change. Okay, so still nothing there. Yeah, dereferenced. It's getting garbage. Yeah, no, that's not it. Yeah, that's noise. The board's made by, well, maybe the chippo's broke. No, because it's VGA. The VGA works. It's the analog signal. It's not functioning right. Let me see if I can see that change on the scope. Now, when I plug in VGA, it gets noisier. That's about it. Huh. Okay. So, let me look at that output again here. 3. That's different, but yeah, clearly not VGA or composite. Huh. All right. Well, okay. So no, it has to be joined. That's right. I gotta find the 470 ohm and all that stuff. I gotta figure out where it's actually going. You know what I should try? I should try looking at this. No, that's nothing. Where does that go? That goes all the way over to here to... That's 5 volts? What? That's not attached, is it? No. That trace must run on the top. Or does that trace go anywhere? Hold on. Does that trace do anything at all? Do I have it on an antenna? Is that nothing? No, it runs off to 100 nanofarad capacitor, which is nowhere on the schematic. Okay, 100 nanofarad capacitor. Where is that going? That is strange. Okay. The chip is pretty freshly seated. I don't think that's it. The load might be something. Let me load it. I don't like that it's going to that cap and then so that's it. That goes off to here, which goes to that one, which let me try and cheat here. Okay, is that a 4.7? Those are 4.7. That's a that's a 4.7. So it's connected to a 4.7, right? Just going to shorty, going over to that. All right, so this isn't matching the schematic. What is this connected to? What am I looking at here? 4.7, 100 nanofarad. Con 7 not populated, but it doesn't have that many pins. I mean, it's got 5. Nah, this is a pre-made kit. Where's that going? Oh! Hold on a moment. That looks an awful lot like composite. Get a good trig. There's no trig button on this scope. It's the only thing I don't like. My Tech 465, I think that's what it is, has a trig button. I love that, but the that one's not doing so great. No, it's not shorted. Center signal, right? Or am I an idiot? It wouldn't. Outside should be ground, right? Do I have this backwards? I think that's what it is. Because what I'm looking at here is a shroud, which looks all composite-y. Let me see some here. Okay. No signal. Ooh, we didn't like that. What did I do? Probably this. Ooh, let's turn this off. Now back on. Okay, good, yada yada. And no, it doesn't like that. So okay, so that would be. Oh, now it's not doing anything. Let me restart this. Okay, that's garbage. That's yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to vaguely see it there. Yeah, so center is signal on the TV like it should be, but the outside is ground or is signal on this. On the board. Seriously? No, center signal on the TV, because that's what composite should be. You want the outside to be ground because ideally it's shielded all the way through. Wow, that sucks. Okay, well, it works. Let's move on to the next step and integrate this thing internally, because yeah, this clearly is not right. Okay, so it's updating in the background, the thing here. I gotta move the keyboard over so I can actually change that. So, all right, let's advance this to the next step here. Wow, yeah, I should have skipped the test stage for this thing and gone right on to integrating it, but whatever. Oh, that's really dumb. All right, I'll just rip that off. Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's get this crammed inside of that thing. Yeah, let me get this rearranged again. I don't need the scope anymore. So I'm going to take this moment to get some water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Be a little quiet here. Getting set up for the next shot. Oh, I messed up. Vim, it's not happy. Might be worth cutting traces, rewiring, so you don't have to make the... You know what? Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's rewire. I like that idea. Let's take a little detour here. Let's cut trace and rewire. I like that. Now let me switch back here. So this is an unscheduled thing here. So the trace for signal is on the top. It's right here, okay. But that's actually going to ground. And that one's a signal. So I just need to change out this pin to center, excuse me, and this pin to the outside, and then it would work. So let's do that. Make the TV standard, don't make the board backwards. Hold on. Is the TV the one that's backwards? Because the Coco worked with it. The center should be signal, shouldn't it? I'm not wrong here. Let me just look it up. Oh, what happened? Why is it black? Oh, because I accidentally clicked something. There we go. All right. Let's do background plus desktop. And grab a tab. Alrighty. So, composite video pinout images. Google's like, what are you, stupid? It's 2 pins. Alright. Yeah, that's audio, but that's like usual. Well, it's sort of coaxial connector, but not really. But the outside should be ground. Board is bad. Yeah, the center should be. So, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the camera here. We're gonna change this board up real good. Alrighty. So, I have my focus right, huh? Let me bring the reference monitor back so I can actually get that correct. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna swap these 2 traces. Let's just get that done. Got knife here, my messed up tip that I use for stuff like this. Okay, so because this is a knife, I'm going to move the microphone and actually look at this rather than look at the video. Okay, that's the more dangerous part of this. Surprisingly, the hot bit that you can stab yourself with isn't the more dangerous thing, which we'll have to get back out here. Now I need some wire. I really should have grabbed earlier because I knew I was going to need it, but I forgot. I'm just going to transition the camera back because I'm going to have to move it. Alright. I must have done something stupid like put all my wire in one place. So I'm just going to use that little bit for now. I'll find the rest maybe later. I got one more place I can look. Ugh. Yep, they're all in there. All right. Let's grab well, I'm only ever going to be doing composite and ground in here, so let's just grab those. For those curious, this is a votive candle holder with one of those brass wool things just kind of crammed down into it. So I don't have a little flimsy thing. I got a nice giant thing I can really go to town stabbing the iron into, and it doesn't move around. So if you're curious what that is, now you know. Oh, hot glue will be getting used in this video, so I can attach this inside of here, probably. So, yep. Add another step, fixing the board. Yeah, no kidding. You know what? I can. You know, it's a little much to go ahead and update the thing. So let me rearrange the camera. Looks good. Focus. Actually, it's kind of dark. Why is it so dark? I don't know. We'll have to deal with that for now. Okay. So. Yeah. So we got the traces cut. We're going to use this and this. And my wire strippers fell. Alrighty, now let me cut off some of this to use. Don't need a lot. Boom, and same thing here. Boom. Use pliers to strip these. That side's pretty much stripped already. Make it nice and clean. And here. This is really hard to do live. I got 3D stuff I'm doing over a 2D subject. Close enough. All right. So let's go ahead and tin that. Get the solder in here, not the wire. I'm gonna really soak the connector with solder up in there. Not ruin my ASD mat though. Getting tired of that. I want to buy a new one because I've really trashed this one, but I've also made this one nice and matte. This used to be really badly reflective. It was a big pain. So now it's actually looking pretty good for shots like this. So it's got a whole lot in there. Really, this can go anywhere on here. I don't have to be all that particular by where I put the wires. So as long as I don't impede the... Is that a big piece of solder that fell? Yeah. As long as I don't impede the center pin getting into position, and you guys can't see anything, that's fine. There's that. And then this. This is like really lame, but whatever. Close enough. Okay. Soldering iron cable's really twisted. Whoops. All right. Now, yeah, that's really dark. Why is the image so dark? I can cheat and brighten it up here. There we go. That might be too bright, but we'll have to. We'll see. Move some light in there. Which might actually be affecting the microphone. Whatever. So this one's ground down there. I do believe this is the Ben Heck approved way of getting your wires the perfect length in your circuit. And just go ahead and flood that in there. Alright, yeah, that's not super well connected, but I'll go through and yeah, I gotta touch that up. Ah, man, that cable shroud's tough stuff on this. That's why I like this wire, though. Alright, that's clearly gone. Well, now it's like almost busted up. Let me get the tweezers. Just hold that down there. Oh man, release. It's solid core. It shouldn't be this hard. Is there an easy way to solder two thick wires together without helping hands? I just do it. I don't even really think about it anymore. It's just... Oh man, come on. You know, I'm gonna cut this. But yeah, for soldering wires together, I don't know. I don't even think about it. I just do it. Oh, how could you just hold one down with something heavy? Like if I have something that's being really unruly, I'll use this because it's a big heavy weight. There we go. That's pretty lame, but that'll work. I use that, and then it'll hold something in place while I'm working on it. So. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again. I'll rearrange everything. Okay. That was loud. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it's totally blocking the overhead cam there. There we are. Okay, let's power this up and see if it works. For magic smoke, I want to avoid magic smoke. Thank you kindly very much. And boom! Sweet! Oh, that's really nice. It's a little jittery. I'll tap off of the connections on here when I do this properly. I don't know. Maybe that has interference or something, but Yeah, it's working at least. So yeah, let me go ahead and go back to where I was before and get it so we can get that open and all that fun jazz. So see, I'll probably want that stuff out, so let's just leave that there. Boom. I'll want. Don't need that right now. We'll want this. That's going to help a little bit with the video. Alrighty. Where did you learn all your skills? Work-related school, countless hours on the internet. Yeah, just kind of time. How do you survive with Linux on a daily basis, if you do, with so much software that most people need to make videos, being Windows only and closed source? Yeah, I use Linux. I don't use anything else. I'll answer the other question first. I learned all my skills as needed. So every single thing you see me do was, I learned it when I needed to. So, yeah. So, the Linux question was first. This is a more involved question. Actually, I can switch to the other video source now. Boom. Alrighty. Gonna start taking this apart. Use the toolkit I have. Yeah. No, I don't have any problems using Linux. One of the things about switching to Linux that you eventually realize is that the impediments you think you have really aren't that bad. You can find alternatives to most software that you're accustomed to, and those that you can't, you can usually realize you didn't really need anyway. So, what is a good distro to start off with? Preferably something that isn't Ubuntu. I don't know why people don't like Ubuntu. It's the mainstream Linux for a reason. It's not just, you don't be a hipster and think you can't not use Ubuntu. You should use Ubuntu. Everything that isn't Ubuntu that people use, like, oh, I'm going to use Mint. I mean, it's a Ubuntu derivative. So why have something else that's had more hands in the cookie jar when you can just have Ubuntu? So I won't recommend anything but Ubuntu. So personally, I prefer Kubuntu because KDE is awesome, and I really don't like Genome 3. So that's my opinion on there. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So, is that all the screws? That is. Alrighty, so, oh, you know what? I opened this up before I did this video to make sure that it wasn't going to have any, like, weird gotchas, like it was going to all have a whole bunch of RF shields soldered down. I meant to look up the chips, so it doesn't matter. It's a cheap TV. These chips do cheap TV things, so, yeah. Alright, let's keep going. So I need to solder to this port internally. The adapter is going to be effectively here on the inside, except as far over as possible. But I am going to put it on the other side of this, so I don't have any real problems. And I might as well snake this into the battery door here, so that it can be easily disconnected without too much of a problem. So maybe remove the TV tuner. Why? What am I going to replace it with? There's no reason to remove functionality from this. I could still use this for old computers like an Atari that only does RF output. So, no, there's a lot of reasons to leave that in there. Suggesting that the flyback might be bad. Really cressy. Ooh, hold on. I missed your initial thing here. Suggesting flyback might be bad. Don't want to be swapping caps constantly. Okay. Reflex index. I really like Mint. Got any clue why a CRT monitor won't turn on at all? I checked the fuse and it was good, by the way. It's some tax stand monitor from 1986. Yeah, I would start by checking the all of the input voltages. Get as close as you can to a schematic online if anything at all is available. If not, look up what devices, chips are inside of it, and then try and find data sheets for those. And from that, you can find out what voltages those chips are expecting, and then measure what voltages are going into those chips on the voltage input pins. So the first thing you need to start out with is trying to find all of the voltage levels that it should have and whether or not they are correct. So okay, got any more screws? Feels like there's one more over here. There it is. Excellent. All right. Loosen this, remove that, and there's one more over here. And we're gonna be free in a moment. Just get this disconnected. Ooh, it's nice and warm inside after being on for so long. Let's get these put over here so I don't lose them. All right, so here we have the main board for the television. Now, I could try and trace down where that goes, or I could not and just solder onto that. So I am going to do that instead. I will double check. I'm pretty sure that's the shield and that's the pin, but we'll make sure by just measuring continuity. All right, and shield, yep. Pin, yep. Alrighty. Water. Okay. So, yeah, is there a light for the monitor for when you try to turn it on? That might be a good hint if you're getting that. So, where is oh yeah, so one idea I had here, so I am going to run the wires out, but I was thinking I might use the cables from the PC Junior kits and have it come through this whole thing and then put some headers on here instead that I can just plug into, because then this is technically removable. I do need to run... ooh, yeah, that's right. I do need to look up some schematics or something from this, and I was just talking about finding voltages, because I need to find 5 volts on here. If I don't have 5 volts on here, then I will have to externally USB power this. So I have to do a little bit of reverse engineering at the minimum. So let me get a good downward facing camera angle with the main camera and side light this so we can look at the parts on here to try and find something that's 5 volt. So, yep. Let's move this over. All right, so get the camera all up in here. Oh yeah, this works nicely. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do is find something that's clearly 5 volts. Now, down here, I saw, yeah, some kind of regulatory type deal going on. I don't recognize anything. It's not 7805 or anything. Yeah, I bet that's not going to be the easiest thing to find information on there. These are pretty clearly RAM chips, so probably can find the pinout of those and figure out what's going. Where there's a good chance that this whole top layer is just 5 volts, but we'll have to see. Nothing there. It's Fairchild part marker on that, so that might be findable. What we got down here? I'm not recognizing those. That's clearly something. That's worth investigating. Ooh, almost recognized the part number on that one. That's pretty encouraging right there. I'm liking the look of that. Especially how this pin on the right or left here goes all the way, goes off into the plane. That's pretty confidence inspiring. So yeah. So yeah, let's look at let's try and find where this one is here. So let me reposition. Oh, I just tore my light. See, 11, 17. Yeah, let's try this. Oh, I'm gonna leave this somewhere. Ooh, camera didn't appreciate that. I can't really get the light so you guys can easily see that without me holding it at an angle. There we go. Let's just do that and prop it up with this. So we got an 11, 17. That works right there. And we're gonna split to desktop plus main camera, and we'll get this out of the way. Actually, we'll just use this window. Okay, private browser, so you can't see me log into anything by accident. Actually, let me have it. Oh, actually, just look. 11, 17. Pretty sure this is going to be a variable voltage regulator, and not really tell me anything. I'll have to power it up and measure it. So, can you it any voltage you desire? Well, this input's 5 volts here, so, or the input is 5 volts, so I'm not wanting to really experiment with it here. So, let's see. LM17, or LM11, 17. Yeah, it's all that stuff. What do we got here? 35. I don't know that part marking. Wouldn't it output 5 volts either way? Memory's more like 1.5. Yeah. This isn't super new, but it's new enough that it wouldn't be big. There we go. There we got a pinout of some description. Output is center. So, oh, I'm way off. In the middle there would be the output, not going to that. That's adjust or ground. So, okay. See, 11, 17, 3.3. Well, I mean, you can actually get it in different versions here. So, but the 3.5 on there is making me think that's probably not going to be what I want. Let's see, V out. Yeah. I can just measure it. Let's just measure it. I know the pinout. Let's just do that. Main camera. Alrighty. So I'll have to power it. Hopefully it doesn't freak out because the display is missing. I'm not connecting the display. First, let me double check that ground plane is connector ground. Yep. Okay. Well, I can just jam that in there. Let's do that. Okay, that's powered up. Boom. Alright, let me be really careful about this. Actually, I can do it from video. Boom. Oh, yeah. Let's do voltage checks. Probably 3.3. Or it's nothing. Yeah, it's not outputting anything. Huh. Okay. What was that one up there? It's another big ol' LDO type deal. Let's just see what that's outputting. That is... Ooh, I hope I wasn't short nose. Not getting nothing. The tab on the back, that's output 2, right? Let's just double check that real quick. Tab is out, yeah. That's much easier to touch. Nothing. Nothing. Let's check this big bad boy over here. 1.8. That is a big LDO for 1.8 volts. Okay. Don't tell me this thing doesn't have 5 on it. That would suck. Man, This thing, that gets warm. Maybe it has like almost no 5 volts on it. That could be a 5 volt regulator right there. Or tucked way in there? No, it's diode. Nothing up there. Man, it's gotta have 5 volts somewhere. Let's look at this thing. What's that? You get a part number off that? I want to see what's going into it. Here we go. Put a heat sink if you can somehow. It doesn't need a heat sink. TDA 2822M. Dual low voltage power amplifier. That sounds like something that could have whatever they feel like. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Inputs. That's a lot of inputs. Supply is pin 2. Okay. Let's see what it is being supplied. It is being supplied 8.5 volts. Going to that USB connector. There is no USB connector on this. No, there isn't. So, oh, wait, down there? What? That must be for firmware upgrades. I bet that gets supplied a 5 volt voltage. Now I'm seeing it. Here we go. That's gonna be really hard to probe with that capacitor right there. That's a tall order. What's this? It's probably some kind of serial programmer port. Wouldn't likely have 5 volts. Huh. Gotta have 5 volts somewhere. I'm just gonna start poking around at capacitors. What's this got? 15. How about this one? Negative 10. That's convenient. And that one's got 5.2 volts. That's close enough. Where's this rail go? Goes, disappears to there. Let me just, like, really quickly, can I get it on the via? I can get it on the via. That's a really chunky via, too. So, let's see. Where's that? Is that the same? Oh, okay. Hold on here. I gotta try and figure this out. So, there's the cutout here. Goes straight up. It's the biggest one. To the left of the cutout. Boom. But, oh, really? Goes right back. Okay, so I'm just jumping under the bus here. Going over to that. Ooh. E. That tiny little thing? That can't be it. Please don't be it. What do we got? Yeah, 5.2 is close enough, but that's, there we go. Now we can see it. AH1X, or is that X1HV? Huh. Unplug that. Moving around here. So... well, that should be pin 1 on this side, and the markings are always meant to be read from the side with pin 1. So, going to AH, but that 1, it's upside down. Or is it the side with 2? It might be the side with 2. It might be. I think it's the side with 2. You know what? It's this way. So, oh, this makes it obvious. So, side with 2. Okay. So, it's going to be X1HV. X1HV. Let's see what that looks like on data sheet. I don't know, Techokami, if you're still watching, do you have any idea how much current this adapter draws? SMD transistor. Getting a power switch. So if that's just a switch, we might be able to continue following that. This pad on the left looks pretty small. That might be signal, so this might be going up here. Let me, for grins and giggles, let me see if that pin on that capacitor is equivalent to that there. Trace this sucker around yet. Oh man, that's like real small. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Where does that disappear? So it's clearly that capacitor touches it. And yeah, but it disappears underneath that. So right by the thing. Is that? No, that can't be it. Nah. Where does it go? Huh. So what I'm trying to do right here, what's the input on the 1117? Well, let me go back, double check what the oops, bumped on camera. 1117 input here. Okay. Oh, is this? Okay, that's the same. So that's 5-volt input on the 1117. That is that's a pretty beefy package there. It's probably I want to say at least 300 milliamps. So if they're looking to drive that, then the 5-volt source, wherever it is on here, is probably fairly hefty. Hopefully it has enough overshoot. That makes me a little bit more confident in trying to tap off 5 volts. So let me turn this back on. Double check that that's 5 volts going into that. Let's not do it on diode. Okay, I'm not seeing any voltage there. I might have turned it off, actually. I'm not sure. Still nothing. There we go, 5.2 volts. Okay. Yeah, that makes me a little happier. Did you ever get any use out of your chug plug? Not really. So, yeah. Where does this board come from? This is the main board from the TV in the thumbnail. So, yeah. All right, so we'll get 5 volts. Let's see. Trace is chunkier that way, so where is the originator of that? I would really like to know. It's kind of bugging me. I can't find the source of that. Because that's feeding that. So that's going to be a lower voltage. Let's see here. How did I trace that back? So it goes to there. That's a switch. So clearly we're this way. Is that the same? All right. Oh, is it all right. Just got an inductor. What's this? It might be a switch mode power supply on the board actually. Not an LDO. That would be really efficient actually. Let me see if I can get a good angle with light for that. I have to refocus. Oh, it's like a complicated part number, but integrated switch mode part would be pretty complicated. So let's look this up. What does the PSU supply? Well, the input power supply I'm using isn't the one that it comes with. It's for our Polaroid camera of some description. So I don't really know what the original one was. It's long since lost. So 5.25 is the absolute maximum. Well, this isn't like real USB here, so I'm not as concerned about it conforming to the standard. So, did you know you can legally make games for the Atari Jaguar because it was put in the public domain by Hasbro in 1998? Well, as long as you don't use their proprietary SDK, then you can do whatever you want. If you program for the 68K directly inside, it's not a problem. I'm typing in part number. MP1462 DS. Hopefully that's it. That's not a good sign. Let's try MPS 921. MPS 921. Also not a good sign. I think the Jaguar used a 68K. I might be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. So whatever the ST used, I'm pretty sure the ST was a 68K as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Housekeeping, that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're 64-bit quotation marks architecture. Yeah, I don't remember the custom. It's really split up inside of that. It's a nightmare. Yeah, I don't see an identifying part number on here. There are two of them though. I'm pretty confident that that's a switch mode power supply control chip. And this is a second one. I don't know. I could see what the output is going on to that. That would give me another idea of what we got going on here. So we got two switch mode integrated power supply circuits on here, it looks like. So let me see what this is. That might be, if this is 3.3 on here, then I'm going to feel a lot more confident in utilizing that. So let me see. Because then that would make sense that they have two switch mode power supplies running on here for the higher load circuits. So again, yeah, actually it's right here, isn't it? Yeah. That is 5.2. This is 3.3. Called it. Okay. Yep. They have their own power supplies on here. That's really nice. This thing's way higher quality than I thought. Okay, that's sweet. Oh, okay. MP1482. All right, thank you for helping that up. 18 volt synchronous rectified step down converter. That sounds exactly right. So, yep, I can tap off of the output on here to get my 5 volts. So, that's perfect. I don't really want to do it on that the SMD cap here, but I bet this big fat electrolytic is connected to the power. Oops. Let's see here. What do the pins look like on that? Is this it? Here, so that might be 5 volts on the whole bottom plane, actually. Let me see here. So it's this one. Let me test that. So we have bottom plane, yeah. This is not going to be easy to do on camera. You're just going to have to take my word after I test it off camera because the camera's set up for not the right angle. No, the bottom plane is not 5 volts. So I can't use that. Capacitor leg. I'm going to have to either tap off of there or maybe the via, but if I mess up the via too bad, then that's a really bad idea. Because then actually that's not too bad of an idea because I know exactly where that goes. This just jumpers underneath, so if I mess that up, I can run a wire. That's not a horrible idea. So there, or maybe this one. So and then I can just tap off of here. There's some on the other side. Ooh, there's a processing chip. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. That's the yeah, it's the composite input chip. So really, that's the packaging material for the chip, and it's designed to have a thermal pad on the bottom, but this particular device doesn't. That's interesting. Okay, so I probably am safe using that then. Okay. I could just use the 5.2 volt I could use the capacitor here, but I don't like the idea of trying to run a wire off of the SMD cap leg. I want it to be something a bit more sturdy, like an actual hole in the circuit board. And those are few and far between on this 5 volt rail here. So, I mean, that inductor's got a big fat pad. Ooh, that's not bad. I don't know what's going on in this circuit though. Where's that going off in the... It's going off somewhere. I don't want to disturb that, but Yeah, that's curious. The input on this was 5 volts, but that wasn't. Well, that doesn't make sense. Well, it wasn't switched. I don't know. Let's tap off here. We're gonna do that. Oh, that's right. You guys don't see the full image. Okay. Let me rearrange the camera, get everything resituated here, and start doing this. I say use the vias as if it were a through hole. That's what I'm gonna do. So I think that's the safest option for long-term reliability. Okay, yeah, I'm really good at moving that light right in the way. Okay, so we have the board. Now let me get a spudger here so I can just point out exactly what's going to be happening. So I'm going to have 2 cables going to this. Do I have a black and yellow? I do. So I'm going to have 2 cables that I'm thieving from PC Junior kit supplies. And I'm going to run one from the through hole here, or the via here, to power, red, and then a ground, because I don't think that the package is actually using a thermal pad, so I'm not really in danger of doing anything there. To ground on both of these, and then on the bottom side of this, I'm just going to tap off here for the center pin video input, and then I'm going to have 2 detachable cables. Actually, I'll run them through the slot first. So I don't forget. Let me just do that now. Will these fit through the battery compartment? Oh, yeah. Cake. That's... yeah. So, run this through here. Just give myself all the slack I will need. And then, I'll have this be detachable. It'll be much nicer to work with. Oh, wait a minute. This is all on the same side. Only... this one will split a little bit. Once that'll run underneath there. That's it. So this is super easy. All right, let's just do this first because I have it done now. So go ahead and strip this wire. These are solid core, not ideal. Just happens to be that like every larger gauge wire I have is solid core, and I don't really want to use a thinner gauge because my thinner gauge wires are super thin, so they're not all that suitable for this. I'm just going to reflow this. Boom. And get that. And that leaded free solder on there looks terrible. Yeah, there we go. That's good and solid now. Run this off to here. Okay, that's first cable done. Now for power, I'll have to split this up to, they're both going kind of, well, not super far. Okay, so I am going to do it to this one. So, and I'm definitely going to put some flux on that. Give myself the best possible chance of getting solder in there where there is not meant to be solder. Alright, let me see how that looks. Ooh, that feels pretty good in person. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Alright. Then we'll just tap off the same solder point for that. Just add some more. Stick them both. You know what? I'll make them separate. That way I can not have to deal with stupid problems. Okay, that's not super clean at all. Alright, there we go. Those are the wires I need. Sweet, super easy. Alright, can start to put this back together now. So, the connectors on the left here have that stuff going on. I can feed this through here. Get all that out of the way for now. Check the voltage. I don't think I need to. I already have, unless that wasn't for me. I can do it before I plug it in, just to be like 100% sure. Doesn't hurt. You know what I haven't done yet? Let's plug in the weird cable over here. There we go. Not sure what that goes to. And, oh, accidentally. Nope, don't quite have the power switch right. Or do I? Not quite. Ah, there we go. That's all aligned. Get display cable in there. That's nice and tight. Alrighty. I should test it like this. Just verify everything's still looking good. That's pain. Alrighty. That's fine. Yep. Okay. Let's put the screws for the main board in. Ah, backlight. Yep, that's good call. That's probably it. Oh, so many little screws all over in here. That's all of them. Okay, you know what? One thing I should do, I probably should verify that this actually has 5 volts on it before I make this totally sealed. Let me do that. And for the first time, you guys can actually see it on camera. So, red to that, and bam. Oh, come on. Did I not turn it on? No, I did. Really press down on there. Well, it might be about to be a good thing I checked. Oh, I'm on diode mode. That's 5.2. Diode, yeah. Yeah. I'm really good at that. I need a multimeter that just changes to voltage mode as soon as it detects one higher than the voltage that it can send out through diode mode. Yep, 5.2 volts. There we go. Alright, now I can definitely feel comfortable putting this back together. Well, more back together. Not all the way yet. All right. Oh, that one's stripped. I think this one is too. Plastic's not aging well. That's right. There used to be a removable antenna you'd lock in up here and then you could screw on. I forgot about that. I haven't used this thing in a long time. I'm surprised it's never made it into rotation for use with me just because of the composite inputs. That's usually the kind of thing I'm all over. And now, I will. One of the reasons why I want to make this detachable is I'm probably going to put a switch in here at some point so I can disconnect the display at will. So, okay. Getting real close here. I need to bend this back since I use that for ground on the probe, because now I'm actually going to give this power that way. I might as well test that first. So let's see what happens when I supply power through here. I bet it's just going to be fine. Should be. Bingo, red LED, rockstar. Alrighty. Now I need to add a header for video out on here. Now I think I can do this really lazily. Let's see. Where's my connector bin? Oh, it's way in the back. I'm gonna switch cameras really quick because I'm gonna move this. Let me. Haha, I remembered. Is it gonna move forward? It is. Let me move it back. Okay, there we go. Ooh, no, not this. Some have schematics or SDK for this TV. I don't think so. I don't really think it's a popular or common television. It's just something I had. Oh, you guys got a great view inside of there. I don't. Let's see. I'm thinking about using this and trying to... kind of liking that. Try splaying one of those apart. Here. See what happens if I do. Oh, that worked pretty well. Yeah, we're going with that. Okay. Let me go back to primary video source here. Let me do a focus check. There we are. And going back. Boom. Alrighty, so I grabbed a right angle connector and I bent the pins, so it's really weird, and that fits really good on there, so I can do that. Use the tweezers. Go ahead and put that there. I'm going to solder left-handed for this. Ooh, there's not a lot of room in there to make this happen. Part of that's I'm hitting the VGA connector. I have to put this at an angle? Perhaps. Oh, that's really good. I like that. I'm going to lock that in place here. Not even close. Let me tin the tip of my iron with too much solder so I can just leave a big blob on there. Why isn't it attaching? There we go. Man, that was a pain. Alright, so close to the other part. Let's see if I can push the wire over there. Ooh, I'm liking that. Let me just flood this. That should work. That should work. Alright, this is like the first real test here. So let's see what happens. Those are probably too tall to fit in that. I'm going to have to right angle bend them. Oops. Well, I didn't put the one in there with this intention, but yeah. Alright, let's see. Let's just see if it just works. AVN. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, it should. There's nothing really that would make this thing not work. So, yep. Cool. So that's powered off of it. I guess that's the real test here. It's powered from the display itself. So, okay. So this needs to bend down, as does this, because definitely won't fit. Oh, wow. That's a lot taller than I realized it was going to be. I might have to 3D print a battery door for this thing so it can have extra height. I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Kind of really kills my plan of having the connectors poke out the side there because they're way too tall. They're too thick. I need the keyboard one no matter what. So that has to poke out somehow. So guess I could really just hack at that, have the whole thing be exposed on the side. It's gonna look ugly though. Oh man, wasn't anticipating that. Desoldering some connectors? Well, I could remove these two for sure. Definitely the composite one. That's kind of really unnecessary. But I want the VGA one, definitely, in case I ever want to connect this to another display instead of using the onboard. That's a bit of a pain, but workaroundable. I just got to decide on how I want to do it. How did the original battery door go in? I don't remember. I think it slid? No, how does that attach? There's 2 points there, some back here, so there must have been a lip there. If I looked hard enough, I could find the battery door, but yeah, it's too tall. Won't fit. Let me try bending this down first. Let me just use 2 of these, put some pressure here. Yeah, that's not a big deal now. Yeah, it's not lower than everything else. The other one down there is really not that hard either. So done. Cake. For giggles, let's just plug it all in like final and prop it up. Make sure that has the right polarity. I want to fry it. Oh, that goes in real tough now. It didn't enjoy being bent. Oh, don't tell me that's too long. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. It's so close to fitting correctly. It just doesn't. Yeah, okay, so. Oh, I'm really not set up for 3D printing right now. So that's a pain. Ooh. That's all kind of undone at the moment. Let's see, if I do it this way. Connector pokes up. That goes down. Let's assume I cut out this area right here, because then that could fit into the case, so I bent it down more. Is the audio not properly synced? It should be. Oh, I have the camera info on still. I didn't realize that. Whoops. I use that when I'm focusing, so just for giggles here, I apparently turned off focus hinting, which looks like this, so everything gets highlighted red. But then there's something else, false color, where when I expose, you can see my hand looks really strange. The pink is the correct exposure for light skin tones. So that's, as long as my hand has the medium colors like that, then it's correctly exposed. So, yeah, whoops. So let's see, I'm going to... Let's cut out, well, okay, if I start cutting out this stuff, then I lose my mount points for 3D printed connections, so I can't make this any shorter. I could try and tap 5 volts somewhere else, but that's not really that easy. I'm considering ending the stream right now and making a part 2 while I decide on how I want to progress. So don't make any rash decisions and make this not an appealing product. Plus, how long have I been streaming? It's been 3 hours now? That's a pretty long stream. Yeah, snip the plastic tab off, bend the cable the other way. You know what? I easily could do that. Yeah, it's not like I have the correct connector for that. Pins aren't going to be happy about getting flexed so many times, but yeah, that works. Okay, that solves that problem. At least plug a serial device in? You know what? You're right. Let's do that. Let's have some payoff here. Let's see how this thing works. And then we'll go ahead and finish up later, because, yeah. So, okay. Let me rearrange here so we can get a serial device connected to this with keyboard and everything. Yeah, 3D printed hump and 18650s. Well, I don't need it to be battery powered. Anything I'm going to plug into this is not going to be battery powered, so I'll have access to an outlet near it. So that's why I'm fine taking up the battery compartment for this. The original battery ended up going south and swelling up, so it was going to explode, so I disposed of it properly. That's why I have the empty bay in here. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get reset up. We'll play with this a little bit, see how the serial terminal part works. So, let's do this. And I got a little bit of cleaning up here to do, because I kind of left a wake of destruction now. It's just what I was trying to avoid. 12 volt jump start packs. Yeah, I think what's the input? 9 volts? 12 to 9 volts. Yeah, so I could easily get a portable one, or I could use the chug plug for this, since we were talking about that earlier. This is a switch mode power supply I'm using for this, at least. Yeah, it's switch mode. So that would work just fine. Yeah. Wow. Doesn't need to be beautiful, it needs to be functional. A hump in the lid is irrelevant. Well, the reason I want to take a break here, I'll just quickly talk while I'm using the worst camera, is these connectors need to be exposed. At the very least, PS2 needs to be exposed, because I have to plug in a keyboard. So I have to decide how I want that connector to be exposed. I can't rotate it without really messing up the kickstand here. So it has to come out this side. Now, if I start cutting on this without a plan, then it's going to be really terrible. Because you can see that if I just put it directly straight up, the PS2 connector it's taller. So perhaps what I will do is cut out the bottom of this, so I'll get a little bit more depth. That might put it down low enough, or I can do that and flip it upside down, which will put the connectors even lower after cutting out the bottom. Then I can just add insulation on the other side as I need it. So yeah, I need to do a little more digging, go through this a couple times before I make a final decision. I don't want to make a rash decision on stream and ruin it. So, because I actually want to use this for a long time. And then we can continue getting, freeing up more space on here. So, because I gotta have the keyboard. Actually, I should just get a second keyboard connected. So I need the Model M for the main computer. We make wireless PS2 keyboards? Oh, tons. Oh, yeah. I could get a... Oh, I don't want to build the wire... I don't want to permanently attach keyboard. If you're saying get a wireless PS2 keyboard and then build the adapter into here, I don't want to log... no, not log. Lock one into this permanently. So I want to have the flexible options for different keyboards. So... Okay, what I'm going to need is this. So that is a serial terminal adapter. And I'm going to need some female-to-female cables. Let me go find those. That's the exact opposite. Closer, half of them are right. Yeah, there's another one. That'll work. I can pull off some of those. Okay, so yeah, I'll be connecting that. Let me grab a keyboard. Wow. The PC Concepts Standard 101 keyboard. The least frills you can get, except they're kind of almost sort of, man, come off. They're mechanical switches. They're just not great ones. Okay, so that's a PS2 keyboard. Got my PS2 thing, USB adapter. Let me get the camera on while I wire this up. Because, yeah, how many pins? It's 4 pins, and I really only need... Do I need all 4? VCC. So that's... I believe that's in. 3 to 5, yeah, so... I can try it without. Yeah, let's I don't remember how to use this now. It's been a while. Let me just wire this up, see how it goes. So I'll do these 4 at most. All right, let me get the main camera on here for this. All right. So we have the serial adapter. So we have 2 actually. This is just USB serial adapter. I'll get to that later. This is a TTL to RS-232, a level shifter serial adapter. So this is made for stuff like this that's like pseudo serial. Basically, if you want to actually use this thing as a VT100, you are going to require one of these. Let's just slap these on here in any old way. This is another thing I'll have to take into account. I'm going to want to build maybe this exact one in, I don't know, to here probably. I don't want to poke it out the bottom. Ooh, that's a problem. There's not a lot of real estate left on this side. There's no space over here. That's a reason to remove the TV tuner, because I can't fit anything else. I gotta have it. Oh, that's not the top or bottom. That's top. So yeah, I could have that poke out there, no problem. Okay, yeah, that's not a big deal. So we'll do that at some point. All right. So 3.3 is green. Pretty sure I need this on VCC. Anyone got one of these kind of things here? You remember? Do you supply power to this over VCC? Pretty sure you do, but I wouldn't mind just a second opinion on that. Gray is ground, because I think it needs to know what that. Yeah. Let's see. TX is purple, so let's connect that to RX, which is the next pin. Just gonna leave VCC disconnected for now. Although, oh, does this need 5 volts? That would be annoying. You can't need 5 volts. Oh, man. That could be a problem. I'll have to get 5 volts off of that somehow. ICSP. So that's in-circuit serial programming interface. That might have a 5 volt tap on it that you're supposed to put 5 volts in, but it probably has 5 volts coming out too. Alright, well, RX2. TX on this. Yeah, it'll need 5 volts. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It won't be happy with just 3.3 either. Okay. Bootload. If I remember the schematic correctly. I didn't close the schematic, did I? Actually, that was that thing I just minimized. Alright, let's plus desktop. So this is the schematic. Bootload was shorted to ground. That's not helpful. So there's that one. I could solder like another thing off of there. USB power. No, I need that shorted. Make sure it's not okay. There are versions that run on 3.3. Let me look at the programming interface. Not supplied. ICPI. VCC pin 2. That's 3.3, so that doesn't work. VGA does not have power output. 3.3, yeah, it's this. No. What's on the IC on the adapter? This is programmed with the VT100 interface. So, oh, my hand's totally blocking what's going on over on the left here. So, yeah, 5 volts. It goes from input on USB to jumper to the PS2 port to to the thing I'm now powering it from, and that's it. It's out of there. I could just short Wait, no. This is perfect because I'm not using USB power now. I can do... One side of this is going to the transistor, which is there. And that's going to be getting USB power from this as well. So if I tap off of over on this thing, I should be good. Yeah. That should be fine. Alright. Then I can supply 5 volts to this. This does not have an LED on it that I can just easily verify it's working. But that's fine. Oh, now I didn't think about this. I need a USB extension cable. Well, alright, that'll work. It's not super elegant. Let me go find a USB extension cable. That's, again, I'm going to have to move the camera, so let's do this. And I'll be right back. Oh, I guess I should really update the progress to final test of the unit, because really, it's kind of what we're doing now. There we go. Yeah, the blue wire was getting chroma keyed. Alright, USB cable. And let me go ahead and just get this all set up with the final position for everything. Pretty sure that adapter can take 3.3 volts. Yeah. We'll see. Worst case, you know, I'm extra sure right now, so. Okay, so I'm gonna have that keyboard to that display, USB cable running over here. It says right on the adapter, yeah, but I think that's translating 3 volts to 5 volts. So that's why I'm not sure about that, what it says. I don't think that's the acceptable input range. I think that's what it's translating. So I am out of USB ports on that on the front of my computer. I'm going to have to reach back to my KVM. Which I'm okay with connecting stuff to my KVM, because that means it has an isolated power supply. So I actually really like using that for electronics projects. So let's get this powered up. Boom. I can, well, let's turn on, rearrange the camera. No signal, that's not a good sign. Yeah, because video's connected. Huh. That's not good. Okay. Let me just... Something's not happy there. Let me unplug this. See what that does. Great, what changed? Alright, I can move it over to the main camera now. My shoulder might, end up blocking the shot, but... something's different now. That's fun. Yeah, I love it when that happens. Let me move myself over so I'm a little more to the angle. Yeah, what changed? That's awesome. Why is it different now? Could be because I'm powering the keyboard. Did I reverse the connector? So it does seem like that, but I don't think I did. Let me just take this off entirely. I can rewire that in seconds. So, oh my god, I did reverse the connector. Wow, I'm so smart. Oh, it's a long project. There we go. Okay, I didn't need to disconnect anything on the... oh, man. On the serial adapter. Whatever. Alright. Let's just do this again. Unplug that. Everything here. In a line. Boom. Green, run it off to there. Okay, green is VCC. Gray is RX, so it goes to TX. I have that right? RX, yeah. Blue is ground, This last one, go to wherever that pin is. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's plug in power. That usually helps. Oh yeah, for FYI, the keyboard is getting power. And there we go. Let's try Shift F12. That's not working. Why is that not working? That's annoying. It's receiving info. Maybe Shift doesn't work? Huh. Wait, only in VGA? Does it, you can only configure it from VGA? Is that what it is? That would really suck. Oh man, I'm gonna be mad if I can only configure it from VGA. That'd be weird if I had two separate video modes. Oh man, that's like really a pain. Oh, I hate that. Ooh, man, that kills. Okay, well, let's plug in VGA, which means I have to disconnect composite because they conflict. Which when it looks like PAL again, it's because I've got it backwards. Oh, that sucks. No, come on, give me the signal. Really? Do I gotta restart it? Yeah, VGA is connected. Let's just do it this way. Hopefully a new firmware can fix that. Yeah, that's a pretty big oversight. I'm not getting any signal out now. Oh, video cable disconnected. Oscilloscope, hold on it. That cable. Actually, just tighten it this time. No dip switches. There are dip switches for the baud rate, but, you know, if I can have a keyboard change it, that's so much more convenient. Out of range. Okay, that makes me... yeah, let's try turning it off and on. Alright, Shift F12. Oh, that's awful. That That sucks. Oh. Yeah, because see, all the things I want to be able to change were like the bits and parity and all that stuff, and if I can't change any of that, that's really terrible. Yeah. Well, man, looks like torture to the eyes. Actually, it's really nice. I don't mind it. Yeah. Huh. That's so weird, because that means that the video output on there is generating two separate signals. That I'm almost impressed that they're bothering to do that. Huh, okay. Like entirely separate video memory. Why? It's such a waste. Alright, maybe it's resolutions, who knows. Man, okay. Yeah. Wonder if the firmware could be customized. I'm not. I'm pretty sure the firmware is actually open source. I guess I can just do this. So, oh, it would help if I use the right keyboard. So source. Yeah. Here we have the keyboard. Or no, oops, sorry, I bumped the mic. We do have the source code for this. So. I mean, we could do this and take a look at it. Terminal, I assume it's all that's in here. Yeah. How many lines is this? That's not too bad. And there's clearly the menu for VGA for controlling stuff. Yeah, but why if VGA prompt else prompt? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna get that done in like 30 seconds. That's not gonna be a 30-second fix. I'd have to get way more comfortable with all of this before I could even attempt to try and change the stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it has a composite menu. That would, again, I would have to actually learn how this software is set up. So it's not going to be just like a one-line fix here. So, yeah. All right, let's go back to main camera here. All right, so I guess let's just progress off of. Let's just work with off of VGA, even though that's not actually what I want. The image a little dark here. There we go. So yeah. Probably happens in the composite video mode. Doesn't have enough lines to display the config screen. Maybe it should have some kind of scrolling feature, or pages would be easier probably. But that's, yeah. Oh, it's definitely C. Yeah, it's C. Well, yeah, the TV is definitely not going to have VGA because it's a TV. There's no reason for it to have VGA. If it had VGA, it would be amazing. Oh, man, there's no way I would be hacking it up like this if it was a tiny little VGA display like that. That would be way more useful as a VGA monitor. So, yeah, all right. The intent of this board is not to do something like this, but then on the other hand, I mean, why would you make such a tiny little board if you weren't going to make it, like, you know, hacker friendly, sticking in weird stuff? So I don't know. Okay, I'll have to drag a second monitor into this then if I'm going to be doing this. So let's just use this one here. So yeah, let's bring this back to VGA, I guess. Now it's going to be really confusing because this monitor is going to be the desktop, and this one's going to be the terminal adapter, but this keyboard is going to be for the terminal adapter, and this keyboard is going to be for the desktop. So, oh, that's going to be fun to keep straight. All right, sudo apt install qtcom, because I forgot to do this before the stream. It's a good thing my keyboard's off to the side. Coding time. Yeah, I've done that. I'm not doing it this time. There's no way I'm starting a coding stream 3.5 hours into a not coding stream. That would be torture. What happened to that Sharp Windows CE machine? You know what's funny? I really didn't expect that video to get anywhere near as popular as it did. But here we are. I haven't done anything with it. I need to get a PCMCIA to compact flash adapter because I've come to realize that would actually be like the easiest possible way of getting data to and from old laptops. That is their flash drive for that era of computers. So yeah, I need to do that. Baud rate selector switch, like no, the baud rate switch isn't the real problem. It's that it's more than baud rate. So like we have the bits and polarity, stop bits, you know. I need all of that because I want to have this thing have two outputs. I want it to have a regular DB9 that's adapted through this, so it should just work with a computer. But then I want to have the 4 pins you need, RX, TX, power ground, to have it be able to connect to, say, an Arduino that is being worked on, and to just pop this down as a hardware serial monitor with a real physical keyboard, and you don't need a separate computer to be able to debug information from an Arduino. So imagine, you know, you're doing a real device and you're on site and you don't have your computer with you, but you could just have this and a keyboard, and you can get a much smaller keyboard, and then just have that like in your car at all times. You don't have to worry about it. You know, I'm not saying I'm gonna do that with it, but that's the kind of idea I'm going for here. So yeah, all right, let's try this. So number of bits and polarity, let's say 8 data bits. Okay, number of stop bits 1. Baud rate, 1200. No. We're gonna go 9600. Boom. Okay. Save changes and restart. So 8196. Let's do this. TTY USB. Boom. Settings. Baud rate 9600. 8. None. Bam. Permission denied because I'm not in the dial-out group. Thank you, Linux, for dial-out group. Let me just... So I'm super lazy. Oh, you gotta restart to be in the dial-out groups. No, I'm not restarting because that'll interrupt the stream. Screw it. I'll just run qcom's root. Sudo qcom. I'm not dealing with this. Oh, white, because root doesn't have things set. 96.8. Oh, because it set the... yeah. Okay. Input. Test. Okay. I don't know how I need to send and receive data on here. This could still be messed up. This could not be connected right, possibly. Or it could be improperly powered. I'm not sure. So I do have to keep that in mind. Okay, only have to log off and log on to reload groups, not reboot. But still, that logging off and logging on is going to kill the stream. So, doesn't matter. I can just lower it as root. Okay, so why isn't that working? I just don't know what I'm doing with this thing. Well, let's see. 8 and stop bits. Oh, I may have stop bits wrong. I forgot to check that. Close. Stop bits. Yeah, it's currently set to 1, which was correct. Oh, okay, and then 9600. So it's J discard. Okay. Open. This camera probably died. I don't know what you're talking about. Something broke? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hold on. Oh, is the stream dying? Live stream. It's buffering on mine. I'm getting a constant up. It's only dropped 280 frames ever, which for 3 3/4 hour stream is pretty good. Alright, so what am I doing wrong here? Is it this thing? It's probably this thing. Oh yeah, VCC, ground. Whoa, I'm leaning on the spacebar. RX is blue. No, RX is gray going to... Oh, do I have those backwards? RX. No, I don't. So that's going to... Hold on. Purple going to TX. Yeah, those are... That's set correctly. What is the problem? Let me look up this. Well, that's going to be a pain to look that up. Man, this stream just went downhill as far as progression on the project. Says it can do serial because inbuilt resistor frame. That's why this invert line setting. So do I? Okay. Are you saying that I need to do invert serial for RS-232? Let's try that too. Why is it 1 or 2, not 0 or 1? That is strange. Yeah, let's try this just in case. Still nothing. I don't know if I need to, like, restart it. Yeah, imagine this video, so many parts. Yeah, that's why I did this as a stream. This is, yeah, no. Now it's live. Still don't know what he's trying to do. Check the description. It has a description. Alright, so inverting lines is now enabled. But it's still not working. Whoops, that's not what I want. Okay. Let's just keep it on 8-bit. Discard J. Alright, let's swap the RX and TX just in case. Again, it could be they think they're clever. No. This is really disappointing. How you edit this video to a reasonable length? I won't be editing this video at all. This is going up as is. So. Yeah, which reminds me, I'm getting a little bit long here. And from here, the troubleshooting is going to get really deep and involved because this isn't working well. So I'm wondering if maybe I should call it off at this point for a part 2, because I definitely need to do some debugging on that. Because it's something I need to I need to get the oscilloscope out. No, I need a logic analyzer for this, for serial. That'd be a better choice. Get set up the logic analyzer, you know, actually analyze what's going on, that kind of stuff, try and get this troubleshooted, but that's a whole nother setup. I don't have the software for the logic analyzer installed, and you can't actually download that from Bitscope anymore. They kind of hide it, so I have to find out where I have the old files, which are somewhere, and yeah. So, and apparently the stream's having problems. It hasn't kicked back on my live center yet, but, you know, I'm not actually trying to get it. Let me pause, play. So yeah, is the connector all the way in? Yeah, it is. Definitely. On both ends. I mean, what connector there is on there, it's a mess of wires, kind of just connected everywhere. So, yep. I think I'm going to call it here and pick this back up later, because I kind of need to. So, I need to get set up for another thing. It's not going to be later today. I don't know when the second part will be, but yep. All right. So, yeah, let's go and oh, well, that was the wrong thing to change to, but yeah, final test of finished unit. That was a fail. And yeah, we'll come back to this at some point and see how it goes. So, thank you guys for tuning in and sticking through this and helping out while I was working on this. You guys definitely gave me some good pointers. Kept the stream moving along, helped the project work out. So, yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time.